Hello, Milo. Hello, Akira. How's it going? Hello, Milo. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm back. I was off for a while. Feels like a while. I guess it wasn't that long. It was like a week or a little bit longer. I think the last stream was played up, so that would be a little bit longer than a week and a couple of days. Let's go with that. But we're back now. We're sitting in my little office space, chilling, enjoying the sunshine. It was snowy for a long time there, so just enjoying the sunshine. I went to the gym just a bit ago, and I'm glad, thank you so much. And I played basketball for like the first time in years, and I have sore spots in my arm that I didn't know existed at this point from doing so. I haven't played it forever, but I got caught up playing it, and I was like, oh man, this is actually kind of fun. So, you know, maybe something I could start doing. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, like as you can see in over to this side over, nope, that side over here, you can see over here, you can see we're playing some Final Fantasy X. I have tried starting this in stream a long time ago, and I think that, you know, it wasn't the right time. I think there were some other things I was planning, but I've always wanted to do this on stream. This is one of my favorite games of all time. And I will say that. Well, we'll talk about that more as we go, but this is like literally one of my favorite games ever. It is probably my favorite Final Fantasy game. And we'll talk about that a little bit too, right? So that'll be fun. But yeah, it should be a good old grand old time. Don't want to spend a bunch of time. We're going to be starting back our normal schedule starting this next week. So we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. Maybe Sundays. I'm not 100% sure on that, but probably Saturdays. And we're going to start next week with some more Winds of Change. We're going to try and get through that. And you guys, one thing I'm going to ask you as we're playing this, Yes, I am a big Final Fantasy fan, but we'll talk more about that in a second. But I'm going to ask you if you guys are, you know, while we're playing this, what you guys think, and if it is something you'd be interested in seeing more of. And if we do, maybe we'll continue it next week. We'll try to do my new longer game schedule where I'm basically just going to focus on this with some, you know, maybe 1 or 2 games in the middle, that kind of a thing. But for now, let's get into it, shall we? We're going to get into this beautiful, beautiful start screen music, I think. Let's find out. Here we go. Oh, it's going to do its little, here we go, the piano. Let's get that soft piano in there. One of the best, like, start screens I can remember in a long time. And if you haven't played the game, you don't know what this is about. So when you first see it, you're like, that's really pretty. But then knowing what it is when you get to this scene, because this is actually like a scene out of the game itself, really changes your perspective on it a lot. So maybe we'll get to see that. But we'll find out. We'll find out. I'm trying to remember. I think I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start. How do I do this again? I forgot. Oh, right. I'm going to go over here and then we'll start it from over here. It'll be fun. Change it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I think that's one of those things about this game that I've always found so charming, is that when you start up the game, that's the first thing you hear. And it's amazing. I love it. Yeah, it is just like one of the more beautiful, like just really sad, melancholy kind of sounds. Big fan of that. I think we're in good shape. I'm just double checking some settings here to make sure it's all good. Yep, we're good. Okay, cool. All right, let's get started then, shall we? Be a brand new game. Character advance. Oh, I forgot you could do this. Reminds me of the intro to KH3 a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. This game and Kingdom Hearts 1 came out pretty close to one another, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And I definitely played this game first when I was growing up, and I'll talk about that a little bit here, but I'm going to do the standard Spira grid. The expert one, I believe, tries to keep you on like a singular path for each character. In the standard one, you can do more. Yeah, because I think it was like both came out around 2001, 2002, something like that, if I recall correctly. But let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Let's just do standard. Standard Sphere grid. I have. Ooh. Okay, so there's the original. Now, I know a lot of people are purists and they would go with the original just because that's their thing. I have a soft spot for when they update the music. Sometimes it works, sometimes, ow. Spice Stoner, how dare you? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm going to go with the arranged. I like it. Yes, please. Let's go for it. I think you can change it back and forth anyway. Here we go. We'll get that nice melancholy sound. And I just love the melody of it too. It just is so iconic for this game. Yeah! Maybe should have Theo do gnarly pickup lines. He can do it. He can do it. You just gotta ask him. Or you gotta type it out for him. You can make him do it yourself. You can do what you want. There's things in there you can use for that. There we go. Heck, if you're a Final Fantasy II fan, you'll probably recognize that guy in the red robe right there. So you'll probably recognize him from Kingdom Hearts 2 if you've never played this game. And him, actually. You remember Titus. Leem, what is your factory labor law? Because I want to pump you full of kids. That's a weird factory labor law, so I'm not sure. Oh, wait, is he not working? Uh-oh. What's going on with Theo? Hold on a second.
Listen to my story.
Listen to his story, guys.
This may be our last chance.
Why not work? Why no workies? All right, I'm going to restart it, see if that fixes it. Well, you're listening. I believe that. Let me see if that fixes something. Let me see what it does. Hello. I'll just try and redo yours here. Uh-oh, you guys both did it. Boop, boop, ba-doo, boop, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Well, that's not good. Oh, I see what's going on. What the hell? All right, hold on. Well, it's logging him using the wrong thing. Oh well, we'll just have to do it like that today. Okay. Let me see if I can refund you guys real quick, and then you should be able to try it again. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna reject it. Refunding, all those things. Okay, give it another shot. Try that again. And I think it should work this time. Okay, but yes.
It hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's amore.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There, you say it like the best of us. If I remember, I can go up here. Right? Yeah. Oh, look at beautiful Spira. I just remember this is like, you know, this is obviously like updated graphics and all that fun stuff for the remake, or not remake, but the HD collection. But even then, like, this game is just like was so gorgeous for the time. Obviously, this was, I think, the first PS2 or Final Fantasy game, and also one of the first Square Enix games to feature voice acting. So that's new. If you didn't know, the voice of this character, Titus, the voice actor for this is James Arnold Taylor, who is the voice actor for both Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, and Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars. Probably many, many more, but those are the two that I know the best. So here it is. It does hold up well, I agree. All right, let's talk to these people.
Can I have your autograph?
Now, her voice probably could have been done better. We will do this, and we will call them. We'll just do it. Like, we'll do the full name. You know, make it personalized. I don't do this every time, but I'm gonna do it. There it is. There's me. It's me now. Okay. Confirm. Yes, proceed.
Good luck tonight.
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal,
What will you do?
do this.
Isn't that what you normally do?
Okay.
Okay. He's such a charmer.
What seat?
What is up? What is up? Mordecai, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. Got it. Can I don't know if I can update. Not yet. Okay, we can go talk to some other. There's a kid right over here. Good luck. Thanks, kid. Appreciate it. Good luck. Did you just hear the other kid say that? And then you were like, I'll say that too. He'll be impressed.
I've been a big fan of yours from the very beginning.
Great. I'm so
I won't
glad.
let you down.
Well,
Thanks.
don't promise things you can't keep.
Hey,
Who's
How are you
this?
feeling?
There's some weird
Great as
child
ever.
in weird
Thanks.
clothing.
Yeah, we're
It's very,
cheering for
very
you.
suspicious.
The game tonight. It's very important.
That's a weird thing to say. That is a weird thing to say. I would say.
that shot tonight?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Do it for us.
Why would I owe you anything? All right, these kids have been waiting patiently for my attention. Let's do it. But anyway, why am I playing this game? I love this game so much. This game came out, like we said, in like 2001 or 2002. I didn't play it until probably 2003 or 2004. And I think, like, you know, when you're my age, and I grew up at like right as the, like, not the Super Nintendo, but the NES was like the main system. And I started with Nintendo and stuck with that, was really big into Mario. Mario 3 is still one of my favorite games of all time. And then like Legend of Zelda, I know all of the tips and tricks to that original game. I know where everything is. I even think I can remember where a lot of the things are from the second playthrough. Because like a lot of people don't remember this about Legend of Zelda, the original, is that you had the whole main game and then you could choose to play it again. And the map was more or less like the same format. But everything, like all the dungeons, everything, all the items, everything was moved around. And that's like probably one of the very first times games had ever tried that, which was really cool. It's like New Game Plus before we could even think of New Game Plus. Here, let's talk to these kids.
Can you sign this?
I can.
No problem.
I can.
Please?
Alrighty.
Me too!
Me too.
Take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy, you little pipsqueak. I'll deck you one. All right, is that the end of that?
Thanks for the autograph.
You're welcome. But yeah, so I started out with Nintendo, and you would think maybe I would have run into Final Fantasy in that time period, and I didn't. I did not. I never actually played the original Final Fantasies way back when. I really got into Mega Man. Has anybody played Mega Man or any of those games on Nintendo? And the reason was because I got like surgery on my ear as a kid. And so when I was in the hospital, my parents brought me Mega Man. And I got really into Mega Man and all that kind of stuff, which was really fun. All right, here we go.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz!
We don't have time.
I got a game to play.
Exactly. I'm late for a very important date.
Maybe tonight? Well,
We can't tonight.
Thanks, kid.
I mean tomorrow.
I took that very well. I think if that would have been me, I would have turned around and been like, how do you know? Who are you? That motion becomes important very later on. But anyway, I started that conversation about, uh-oh, there's dear old dad still towering over me.
was in a coffee shop running away from home when
we got the
news. Our hero, Jacked, gone.
Hey, you,
vanished
stop.
into thin air.
Okay, I know
My
it.
dad must have been his biggest fan.
Oh, goodness. I'm not going to read out the characters in this one because I'll be interrupting this radio
Zanar,
broadcast.
I said to myself, what are you thinking?
Zanar, what are you
I
thinking?
went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night.
My goodness.
My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South.
Those darn Duggles.
There's a lot of people out
always
there today
causing
to see the
problems.
Star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player.
Someone
He's
gives me
Jack's
free
blood and the
stuff,
new hope of Blitzball.
if I remember.
What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
Someone gives me free stuff. Who is it? Who is the one? Is it you? I remember this distinctly. Maybe it's you. Did I talk to you? Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe no one down here does. I could have sworn someone did. I distinctly remember this. But anyway, yeah, so the thing is that if you were going to be a Final Fantasy player, you had to go from NES to Super NES, and that's when some of the other games came out on there and stuff like that, but I didn't. When I went from to the 16-bit generation, you know, all the way back then when that was the state-of-the-art, 16 bits, I went from NES and I got seduced, you might say. I was very much seduced by one Sonic the Hedgehog and the Sega Genesis. So I missed out on all the Final Fantasies growing up. And even when, you know, most people's favorite and the one that's probably dominating the Final Fantasy airways right now, Final Fantasy VII came out, right? That came out on PlayStation because there's this whole like drama between Square Enix and like Nintendo when they were putting out the 64. So I went to the 64 because, oh man, all the kids were playing that Mario Karts and the GoldenEye 007, which was the game everybody played. And so again, I missed out on Final Fantasy because they didn't have it. Also, going back to Sega, yes, it was like Sonic the Hedgehog was probably like the game I played the most, right? But the one that I probably played even more, or like the one that my parents should never have let me have, was Mortal Kombat was also there. And I played Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? I played some Mortal Kombat. I remember even, I think it's like back, forward, A or something like that is how you get Scorpion to do his little like rope thing or whatever. I don't remember. Something like that. I still remember it to some degree. But yeah, so then I went to 64. And then after that, like I played a lot of 64, got like 007, got Wave Race. I'm a Wave Race expert. I haven't played it in years, but I was a Wave Race expert. And then obviously one of my favorite games, which I would love to try and see if I can revive on here someday, would be Conker's Bad Fur Day. If anybody's ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day, is one of the best Rare games ever created, and maybe one that had one of the funniest moments. The opera of the Singin' Pooh is one of the best, right? That's one of the best. Uh-oh, make way, make way!
Coming through, sorry.
But then after the 64 era, I gotta say, I took a pretty long sabbatical from video games. For some reason, I just kind of dropped off my radar and I just stopped playing them. And yeah, that's where I ended up. And then it was probably in college, a couple years in, my roommate's brother just kind of left his PlayStation 2. I hope this song isn't copyrighted. I'm going to go ahead and just go for it. I don't know. About to get real rowdy in here. The old school Final Fantasy FMVs You know, those types of things. Really good stuff. Gotta do the head banging, you know, get that head banging action in. Gets real exciting right here. You know, blitzball looks like the most exciting sport on the planet. I'll tell you what. I don't know if the NFL could survive if blitzball was real. Uh-oh. You're gonna tell me nobody notices this? We're the first ones. You're the only one. Everyone else is like, oh, just a normal day in Zanarkand. I mean, even like I said, like just for, even compared to today's games, the visuals in these like pre-recorded FMVs are so gorgeous, and they tell such a good story, and they are very cinematic. Like that shot of like the water droplets, you know, falling or, you know, growing into the air as he walks by, that's pretty cinematic. I think they did amazing things with these games as they grew. But of course, uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. Not good. Pretty exciting stuff. What can I say? My goodness, that holds up so well. But yeah, so I didn't actually get to play this game until college, and my roommate's brother left his PS2 behind, and we just kind of kept it at the apartment at the time. And this was one of the games he left by, and I started trying it myself, and I was pretty instantly captivated by it. I don't even know why. I'd never really played a game like this. I'd never really done Japanese RPGs at all. It was just not something that I'd really ever done. And yeah, this is one of my first tries of that. And this was my first Final Fantasy game, and I've got a long-running. There's Orin.
What are you doing?
What up, Milo? You might have you played this game? I don't know if you played this game, but you probably recognize Orin from Hades in Kingdom Hearts 2, right? Like you probably recognize him. You guys okay? I'm gonna go with no. They seem like they're having a rough time. That's okay. Hi.
Huh?
It begins.
It does. Who are you?
Don't cry.
Why would you say that? I'm gonna cry now. Oh. Why you gotta bring that up? Yeah, this is getting weird. It does. Things get kind of crazy. They do. But yeah, it was like one of the first time I'd really played like a Japanese RPG game or an RPG of that style. And like suddenly I was like, holy shit, games can be this freaking cinematic. Games can have this kind of crazy involved storyline. This is nuts. This is something that was like kind of getting crazy. You know, I was like, holy shit, I didn't know things could be like that. I didn't know they could look this cool at the time. Like, what a cool visual that is, I'll tell you what.
We called it sin.
You did, huh?
Sin?
Well, we've all done a little sin in our times. Uh-oh. That's not good. Where were you carrying that? Where were you keeping that is what I want. Okay. Yeah. The old trope from Final Fantasy. Here's a sword that would be ungodly large for any person to carry. Hopefully you know what you're doing, kid.
I hope you know how to use it.
Why would he know how to use it? Is Zanarkand, is there like, you know, mandatory sword training? I don't know. I never understood that part.
We cut through.
We cut through. We shall. I'm going to attack you. You're the only one there, so here we go. Boom. Take that. And that. Or that. Uh-oh. Nate Duel, what's going on? How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Playing a little Final Fantasy X, chilling, having a good weekend. Hopefully you're doing the same. Don't bother going up. Okay, so this part right here. Dark, what's going on? How are you doing? Exactly. Those symbols. We will find out more about that later. Here it goes. I'm going to attack. So if I remember this correctly, this will never end unless I kill the ones in front of me. I can just spend all day just killing these two behind me and we'll never get anywhere. We'll never... I forgot how to... There we go. So if I just kill these two, I'll just be here forever and ever and ever. It'll never end. Owie! Thanks for the water. Yum, yum, yum. I just realized that the bars and stuff are on this side, so I'm going to go over here. Boop. There we go. That way you can see my health bars, because I know you're very, very interested in the health bars. And I think that they rarely ever attack, right? So I think it's true that they rarely ever attack, at least in this formation. And then once you go down the road a little bit, they will actually start. But, you know, this is like, this was a pretty different, like when they went from Final Fantasy like 7, 8, 9, and then they went to this game, they really switched up the battle system, from what I understand. And this was, like I said, this was the first Final Fantasy I'd ever played. And I really love it. Hi Fi, what's going on? How are you? Oh, I guess either way I go, I'm covering something up. Oh, well, it's fine. And I'm trying to remember, is there... Great to see you too. Appreciate that. I'm trying to remember if there's any real benefit to me just kind of hanging out here and doing this. I don't think there really is, except for maybe if I wanted to do some crazy overdrive manipulation or something like that, which takes forever, so I'm not going to do that. But because I think there's one where if I like attack one of my own characters while in yellow status, and then I like kill off Tidus or whatever, and then I go like 300 rounds with these guys, I'll get an overdrive that is actually kind of hard to get. But I'm not going to do that because that will take a very long time and not worth it. Not worth it in this instance. But I don't know if you get like more spears or whatever for doing this fight in that way. But yeah, so going back to that story, like, you know, I started playing Final Fantasy X when I was in college. First time I'd ever played a Japanese RPG of any kind. What do I have? Oh, I got, okay. And then what kind of skills? Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, so, and I started playing this game. It was like really, really just mind-blowing to me when I started playing it. And really, really enjoyed it. Never really had to put as much time into a game as I had put into this one, which was a blast in and of itself. And I think like it was at a time in my life when I was like, I needed something with like this kind of escape. There were some things going on, and it just allowed me to like escape into this fantasy world, into this grand story. And it was so perfectly timed for me to get into this game. Like everything about it was just so perfectly timed. We'll just take these guys out now. And I love this game. I love it. It's still one of my favorite games ever. And I'm going to try to remember, or try to see everything I remember just off the top of my head and see what that brings to us. I don't know how much that will bring to us, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, this is the HD version, so like the HD re-release that they did. So I think a few things changed. So maybe some of that stuff I won't remember. We shall see. It will be interesting. Oh yeah, that's my thing. If I see a big giant water ball in the sky and it destroying the city, my first instinct would be to run right towards it. That would be my plan. I don't know about you guys, but obviously you run right towards that shit with all haste. Also, if I see a big tower with tentacles coming out of it, that's my first thing, is I'm like, I better run towards that. I've seen hentai. I know what happens with those, and then I run straight towards it. Ooh, overdrives. When the character's overdrive gauge beneath MPHP. Got it. This is fine. Overdrive engage. Oh god, I gotta do oh god, I'm gonna be so bad at this. I remember it's like little mini games. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Just you know, you're just tentacles. You know, the first thing you come up with when you see the tentacles. I remember how to do these little mini games for the overdrives. Oh, Dragon Fang. Okay, which one is this one? Is this the like match? Oh god. Okay. Yes. Yes. I did it. I am amazing. I am amazing. Let's just attack the tentacle monster. You got to get the tentacle monster good mad. That's how it works, guys. You got to get them good mad. Otherwise, they might not do anything. Now, also, I remember in this encounter, the Demi move is really powerful, especially against your character. But I think what I remember of it is I don't think it can actually kill you with this move, because I think it only ever does like 1/4 or some fraction of your health every time it attacks. And so even if you get down to like a certain level, or even if you get down to like low HP, it can never actually kill you with it. So it's something that they did to scare you, because the first few hits were like, holy shit, I'm getting destroyed. Then it was like, oh, okay, the diminishing returns. That kind of a thing. Okay, so let's see if I can remember how to do this. Oh, God. I missed. Ugh, how am I feel like I got that. Okay, whatever. Don't matter. Just gonna take this thing out. See, it looks like it's doing a lot. It looks like it's doing a lot, but it won't continue to do that. So, good for me, not for thee. And you just keep slashing at its shaft. Weird thing to say, you know, but you just keep slashing at its shaft and it'll die. The lights go out as you go. It's bad. Boom. Attack an enemy with an equipped weapon. What else was I going to do? Got him. I think that's it. Oh no, it's only got its one penis left. It's down to one penis, and then if we can just take that penis out, we're good to go. I'm gonna take it out. Slash. You know, that's how it goes. We made it go limp, and then it explodes. Goodness me. Very realistic.
LeemThatStreams is proud to support an ongoing donation drive.
Yes,
right
we
here
are.
On Twitch for the Lemur Conservation Foundation. If you want to support the stream in an awesome way and can afford it, check it out. To learn more, check out the link in chat at theleemurreserve.org.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Saving my game in there, doing the thing in here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. I think we're done there. Good.
What are you laughing at, old man? Lauren, let's get out of here.
Weird expected.
What does that mean?
Give me a break, man.
Yeah, give me a... That's my reaction, too. Give me a break, man. Is that a loon streaming? It is lewd streaming.
That's amazing. My little Leem toy.
Oh my
Bless his
God.
furry heart. He's the star of the show.
That's true.
Even if his gaming skills make me cringe harder than a furry in a fursuit in the summer heat. Oh, honey, join the fun.
Oh, wow. Okay. Getting sassy already. Look at Theo going sassy on us here. Okay, so if I remember again, I cannot finish this until that thing on the side is destroyed. I can go and do whatever I want. Lucien, what's going on? Merp indeed. Merp indeed. Let's take out this one. Kaboom! How are you doing, Lucien? How are you doing, Jojo? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Final Fantasy X. Again, I don't remember exactly if there's real benefit for me to take my time here. I don't think there is. I'm good. Just got back from dinner. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. I gotta think about that at some point tonight before I finish. Order something or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll go run out for something afterwards. Who knows? We'll see. It flickers. They flicker.
This could be bad.
It could be, but will it be? I like how Theo calls me honey. I'm good just doing homework and applying the Wizards of the Coast. Applying to Wizards of the Coast. Oh yeah, you told me about that. That's really cool. And yes, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I need to take this thing out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Orin do this attack, and then I'll have Tidus go after the engine or whatever. Kaboom. I mean, I don't know what causes him to call people honey. I think that I did try to make him a little bit more sassy in his prompts. But he doesn't do it all the time. It's very dependent. I don't know. I should be attacking the ones where their wings are like shining. Those are the ones I should be attacking. But I'm not because I'm very, very dumb. You missed. You missed again. You're so bad at this. How can you be so bad at this? Okay, so they start to flicker. Okay, so I got to attack the ones where they're kind of flickering. That's the one. I had Bourbon Street burger with jalapeno and cheddar. That sounds delicious. I love it. Let's go with this flickering. Stop that flickering. That sounds really good. A burger would be nice. When I was on my trip, a lot of the people that I work with actually just so happened to be vegetarian. So we did a lot of like vegetarian restaurants while we were out there after work and stuff like that. And a lot of it's really good. Like I really do enjoy that kind of a thing. And I'm not vegetarian fully, but I do eat a lot less meat than I used to. And I found some of these places amazing. Like some of these places do such good stuff, and like the way that they like replicate textures and things like that, so good. Okay, so I got some flickerers. I should probably go after those. The bourbon sauce was so good.
That bourbon sauce sounds absolutely delicious. Maybe you should share some with my little lean toy here.
Oh my goodness.
If you love a taste wink, make sure to save some for me too, darling.
Wow. Theo's feeling flirty today. I don't know what's going on with him. Getting that flirtation going. Goodness me, Theo. Flicker. Are any of them really doing it? Not really. So I'll probably just go after you. Beep beep I can't remember how many hits it takes to do this. Owie. Ew. Oh, you missed. Oh man, they're all attacking now. Look at them go. They're mad. They are so mad. Uh-oh. A ruh-roh. Oh, they're starting to flicker, Shaggy. Better get after him. So last time he got just evil before getting mind wiped. Now he hits on everyone. I think that's what happened. He forgot who he was, so he just thinks he loves everyone now. It's great. Oh, there it goes. Uh-oh. Kaboom! That's not good. Oh, okay. Yeah, you better run quick. Go. Do it. Now. Run. I don't know if this would work, but well done. You did it. I forgot that this becomes like major black hole style shit, you know? Yes! Oh, that's scary. We're gonna get sucked into this butthole. Uh-oh. Titus, watch out for the butthole.
This is it.
It's pulsating. Oh, it's kind of frilly. That's a little weird. Whoop, that is a... Oh man, that butthole is active.
It all begins here.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hey.
Hey, you. How about you? And just for dessert, I had a salted caramel lava cake. Yum. Ooh, there's that symbol. There's that symbol again. Where do they want me to go? Oh yeah, there's like a surface. You should actually see a doctor about that. Your butthole shouldn't pulsate and suck things in. Unless you're a fox, then my understanding is that's perfectly normal. My understanding. It's in the you know, the medical journals and such and whatnot. Oh, is that dear old dad? Or a circle? There you go. Maybe so. Maybe so. Daddy! I don't have daddy issues. Oh, that's me now. Okay, apparently I got real problems. I know I had a couple foxes and can confirm. There you go. Perfectly.
Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded and then sleepy.
Uh-oh, I think Titus may have been drugged. Did he leave his drink out on the counter when he shouldn't have been?
Alone.
You gotta be careful with that stuff. I bet it was those two girls who wanted the autograph.
So I didn't have to
I bet it was them
anymore.
100%. I bet it was them. You know, sometimes, guys, sometimes, maybe this is just what happens after games. You know, Titus wins the big old blitz ball match, gets real drunk. Sometimes you wake up in Spira. You know what I mean? You just have one of those nights. You wake up and who knows where you're gonna end up. Don't know how you got there. Just a rough night, you know. Too much celebration. You're gonna have to cut that out there. You're gonna have to cut that out, you know. Take it easy when you win. Okay, you should see a doctor if you randomly feel that. Probably not good. Or a cop. Could have your drink spiked. Exactly. Yeah, I'm still saying those two girls who wanted the autograph before the game. Probably them. I mean, when you wake up in a place like this, you know you had a hell of a night. You know you did. Okay, so I have to remember where all the things are. Aha, there's one. I don't think I can do this yet. Maybe. I'm kind of dubious on that. I think there's another spot over there on the other side I can go to that might have a treasure. But this thing, what does this thing do again? Something is written here. Oh, it sounds just like a trip to Vegas. Exactly. This is just the newest, it's just one of those resorts there. Right, milat frana pump umvermerkt en met je draad project recte for Fidir Makalania or the Macarena I paret draad wundin bremen we klikt Mook had udra mav the pid adra nicked. Something like that.
What do we have here?
I don't know.
Nope. Can't read it.
Same. Same, buddy, same. I'm glad we're on the same page here. 200 gil! Hurrah for me. Okay, so somewhere over here is more stuff, I believe. Nope, that's the way you move forward. I don't want to do that yet. Yes, this is the stairs. Oh, yeah, okay, so maybe, okay. Albed, Introduction to Albed. Find Albed primers to help you decipher the strange Albed language. Strickton draw Albed Miraclia, Parik Uv Milg. You use previously saved. Use a previously saved Albed primer. Data synthesize new Albed primer. Select the save data to synthesize Albed primer. Please note that save data from other users will not be reflected in actual Albed primer's synthesis. Got it. We'll just do that. Yes? I don't think there's anything in there, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't think I've got any, so that's too bad. All right, that's fine. I ain't got no primers yet, so there. Hold on. Unless I'm forgetting something, and then if I find that, and then go over here, does that do anything? I can't remember if that's a thing or not. Only one way to find out. Maybe I did that backwards. Hold on. no. Okay, so that isn't a thing. Okay, that's fine. All good. Like I said, it's been probably several years since I've last played this. And gonna have to refresh my memory as I go. I used to play this yearly. Like, I went through a stretch of like 7 years where, or probably like 5 to 7 years, where I would play this Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 in succession at least once a year. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore, obviously, but I used to. Oh, right. That just takes me back there. Okay, so there is something this way. I was right. Who knew? Get that potion. Probably gonna need it. Because I think once I go over there, that's when the action happens. That's when the action begins. I can't move. I can't. Okay, now I can move. Gee, this was a little slow there. There is a treasure down there. How the hell do I get to you? Can I get to you? I don't even know. Maybe. We'll see. I think a lot of the secrets here I can't really do until until a certain point in the game, or like I can come back here at some point, because I think this is also where you get one of the summons, which is a very powerful one, but I think you have to come back at some point. I think it's like an airship thing, if I remember correctly. And then let's see here. Oh, okay. So if I can dive. Okay. Oh, that did it. Too late. I did the thing. Oopsie poopsie. Here they come! Ah! The fish people! Fish people are attacking! I feel like fighting in the water would be really hard. I mean, I know Blitzball's a thing, and these guys don't care about that. Also, they have endless amounts of breath underwater, so I think in this world, people are part fish anyway. You know what I mean? That's part of it. But let's see. Okay, so you're Monster C, and so it looks like I should go after A. Right? Yeah, because he's the next one in motion. So, let's get him! Oh no, it's like Inmonth from Lovecraft. Exactly. Basically the same thing. Basically. They're all... I mean, I think humans in this game are part fish. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure they are. Because they can all breathe underwater. There's no issue there. He can really hold his breath for a long time. I'm not 100% certain. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Bruh.
Das Mo Good. No, it's not. That's a bigger monster. That's, you see, they always say, it's like Obi-Wan said, including Obi-Wan being the voice actor for this character. Because he would say, well, that would be Qui-Gon said this, but there's always a bigger fish. And sometimes those bigger fish have stomachs you can see very clearly, and also weird-ass crab arms. That's what... And more tentacles. There is a lot of tentacles in this game. I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah, it's a damn bigger fish. Can I attack more parts of him? No, I can't. So I'm just going to go after the head. I didn't. I hit him in the cage stomach. That won't come into play. More tentacles, I know, right? Just all the tentacles. Owie. That hurt my face. I am in pain. I don't think we can win this. I'm pretty sure we can't win this. Or I think I have done it in the past. Like, I think I actually had managed to do it one time, but you're not supposed to win this, I don't think. Generally speaking, you're not supposed to win it because this happens before you can do that. Yeah, he just comes after you. And then, guys, we get our almost vor scene. Almost. Not quite, but almost. This might be the most vor this game is going to get, unfortunately. So, just be prepared for a lack of vor past this point. Because this is as close as it gets. Right there. Almost. Almost. We almost did it. No, almost vor. Almost. It didn't quite get there. Almost.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
Well, that's a bad thing.
I
don't know which one. Well, probably the freezer. It's going to be a shock to your system either way. It's a good thing you dressed appropriately for this type of situation. Oh, big scary statues. Now, so if I remember correctly, this is, why would you have a frying pan in a freezer? Well, you know, stranger things have happened. But apparently someone did. This was one of the old temples, which we'll learn about as we go through the game.
Cold.
It is very cold. Maybe. I guess. I don't know. It looked like it was...
Fire.
You need fire. Fire! Alright, let's do that. Okay, let's take a look around. I think there is a little alcove. Oh wait, I should look at the fire because there were someone's been here before. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. You know what I mean? Is there a way? Yep, I knew it. Wait, am I wrong? I thought there was a way over here. Because I thought there was a little alcove over here, and then there's... Maybe that's not this spot. Maybe it's over here. Can I go in here? No. But isn't there... Yes, right there. All right. I do remember some things. And if I do remember some things correctly, this is how you get... Actually, I don't know where this goes. Where does this go? Oh. I did want to come here. Well, that's convenient. Okay, if I, and then this one is how you go back into that little hallway, which I don't need to do. I think. Yeah, that's the one that won't open. This is the one you get upstairs on. Yes. And then there was like a little... this right there. Yes. Convenient. It's a good thing those are still there for some reason. We'll go check out the upstairs real quick. What's the worst that could happen? All right, I got some Posherinos, which is good. Okay, so since I did all that stuff, I know I oversave. I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I definitely am an oversaver, but that's just who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. All right, there we go. Examine! Maybe. There we go. It's a good thing he knows how to do this. I'm guessing he was in Scouts when he was a kid. My worst thing that could happen would be a Bloodborne style boss fight. Well, don't count yourself out just yet. Alright, you got your fire. Uh-oh, something's there. A ruh-roh.
I need food.
Well, you know, one thing at a time, kid. You can't have everything you want. That's not how this works. Oh.
It was a bad call.
Well, maybe you don't know
Your
that.
team lost because of you.
Okay, thanks for the encouragement.
That.
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who? Me?
They really focus on that in this game.
You cried.
Okay, thanks. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. They do really focus on that in this game. Like, Tidus has this, like, crybaby reputation, and, like, in this game, they really focus on that for him for some reason. Like, that's his growing up story, and I'm like, that's a weird thing to focus on. Like, yeah, his dad disappeared. Oh, I can't believe you cried. Like, what is... Like, that's a little bit weird of a message to me.
Wait,
but, you know.
Don't go out on me. Just hold on.
It's not the worst thing in the world they could have done. Uh-oh. There. Say, Jojo, there you go. Yeah, I like how it's like, you a bitch. I'm gonna head out. Exactly. Look, Jojo, there's our boss, kind of. It's like, you know, it's like that lizard that Edward Scissorhands grew up with, and then, you know, couldn't take care of it, so tried to flush it down the toilet, and this is what happens when you do that. They grow up. They still grow up, so it's not good. You don't want to do that. Okay, let's give this monster a slashing. Ow. Okay, he hits harder than I do. I'm not going to lie. He hits a little bit harder than I do. I guess it helps that he's got, like, I got one sword, and he's basically, the old trick of letting you nap before the fight. It does help, right? It does help. But I got one sword. This thing's got, like, 17, so I'm a little outmatched here. Owie. Yowie. I did like this game's, like, every single fight to start the game was kind of like a, oh, boom. Hello. Gang, what's going on? Yes, I am playing it. You are right. Tell it you slept with its mom to get the edge. Oh, well, you know, that would be a little weird. How are you doing, King? Yes, I am playing it. And Riku, look at that stylish bitch right there. She knows how to make an entrance. Hell yeah.
You on my side? Cool.
Sure, something like that. Grenades! I forgot about grenades. Grenades! But, I can't steal yet? Why not? All right, fine. They want me to use a grenade. They're very, very, very happy about me using this grenade. Take a grenade! Boom. Haha. Okay, so now I should be able to do it. So let me just blop. Okay, so I should be able to do it now. Yay! Steal. What did I get? Nothing? I don't think I got anything. I like a woman who blows up walls. Me too. That's the most exciting kind, right? When you meet that woman that blows up walls, you know you found the one you should be with the rest of your life. Or something like that. I stole a grenade! Where was he keeping that? A very, very weird question. Titus may die if I don't use like a potion or something. I should probably do that, but I'm not going to, because using a potion would make me a bitch. And there it goes. Oh, she gets to go again. All right, that's fine. Here, take another grenade. Kaboom! Get him! I did it! Yay! I got so much AP.
Conspiracy on Discord.
You
So,
can.
I can see why you are not there.
Oh
Just
my.
saying.
2 ability spheres. Amazing. It's almost like they planned for me to get that. Nice ass. That's a nice gratuitous butt shot right there. I like they did that like it's a huge reveal, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure you had eyes under there. Like, Titus is like, you're a girl?
That was close.
How was I supposed to know? Only the finest here on the Leem stream. Exactly, right? Only the finest. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever... I used to play this with, like, when I had all of the spheres, like, at the beginning, because I think when you, like, if you have it saved to your previous stream or your previous playthrough, then you can, like, bring it in at the beginning so you can, like, see all the words translated immediately.
Kuno.
Kuno. Kuno means ouch. He's like, a woman? He's like, ugh. Immediately. Yeah. First, he's a teenager or something, so the first thing that went through his head is just like, a woman? No way. I haven't been next to one in so long. I'm not sure what that's like. Like something like that. All right, he's fine. He'll be fine.
Kid, it's die job.
Ow, that seems a little harsh.
That hurts.
Yeah, you hit me in my nipple.
Whoa. Okay.
Damn, they got a banger thing. No, that wasn't them. I did that. I wish they had a banger theme like that, but they probably do.
Right. Whatever.
I like when he tries to translate. His only thing he could do is like grunt. He's like, that's what it sounds like to me.
Understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
Great.
You understand me?
That's what she just said.
All right, I'll work.
Then you gotta danger them. Yeah, you gotta put them in danger. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we'll talk to everybody here. Yep, exactly. Exactly. My words exactly. Hey, also, I think there's an Albed primer over here. Oh, I wish I had that when I first met you. That would be so useful. This guy, did I already do this? I think I already did. Did I already do this? I think he did it, but I think there's a thing you can do to kind of cheese that a little bit. I don't know if they kept it in this version. We'll have to see. You can, I think in the original version of the game, there was a way to like take advantage of the fact that guy will give you potions. And then there was a way to like repeat it, if I remember.
Oh, almost forgot.
Almost forgot what? Oh yeah, the thing I've done a million times. Yep, that's a thing. This is the Spira grid, everybody. This is how you level up in this game. I do remember seeing this the first time and I was like, what in the world? Is this how all these games work? And it turns out no, but the new Final Fantasy VII games don't look like this at all. It's not even remotely close. Information about these things. Learn an ability. Do the blah, 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 blah. I already know this. I'm going to pass through it. I know if you want to learn how to do this on your own, you can play the game. I'm gonna challenge you to play the game. Move, huh? Select move, and then I do that. Very, very complicated. In general, blah, blah, blah. There it goes. Okay, learn the ability to cheer. Yes, I can. But I'm lazy. I know, so am I. So am I. Okay, so from here I can like do other things and whatnot and so forth and use things and move if I need to. Or I can use an ability sphere, which I conveniently have several. Perfect. Give me cheer. I like to cheer. It doesn't really do anything for me right now, but that's okay. All right, let's do it. Give me that. Bam. A freebie. Not really a freebie, though. They did use my spear. Very disappointed. Dot, 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 dot. Beep, beep, ba-doo, beep, ba-doo, ba-doo, doo, be-doo, doo, 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 doo. Do 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 do. They really want you to know about this, and I'm still probably gonna do it wrong. Just gonna put that out there. There is no way I'll do it right. I don't know how you do it wrong, but you can. Okay, so here's all of that. I got all that stuff. I got one sphere grid level I can go. Might as well do it. Oh, they didn't take it away. How do you like that? Them apples. How do you like that? Oh, I only have 2. That's fine. Sure it is. Here we go. Yes. Do I have anything else? I don't think I've got anything else. I got the potions. That's it. That's all I got. Do we have anything else in here? Arrange, subtitles on, names on, cursor default. Blah, blah, blah. Default. Hell yeah. Vibration on. You know me. I gotta have that vibration going. All right. So did he already give me my potions? I can't remember. Okay, yes. So what you can, if I remember, excuse me. Hold on. Yeah. If I remember, there was, am I going in?
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us.
Oh, you want to talk to me first.
Now, but there should still be some power left.
Right.
We're going to go down there and activate it.
Why would you expect that?
To salvage the big prize.
Great.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Roger, roger. Boom. So, let's see if they left this in. Let's see if they left this in, because I'm curious. So I think what you can do is, well, nope. Hold on. Let me just dive down here. So I think if I just escape to this next screen. Okay. And then if I go back up. And this was an old exploit from the original game. I don't remember if they did this in the HD remake.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
Does he give me more? Oh, they left it in. They did leave it in. Okay, so that is awesome. So now I can get as many as I want. I can get as many potions as my heart desires, because I rememberated that was a thing. But first, I gotta fight some fish. Okay, so if I... oh, there's only one group. Okay, that's fine. I remember rated. I'm very proud of myself for that. So we're gonna have a good old... We're gonna have to do a little grinding. You know, I know that's not... I try to do... When I play these games, I tend to be very like, let's avoid the grinding thing as much as I can on stream. But I can't, especially in the first episode, I can't really do that. And then also, like, you know, it's part of these games. Like, when you play a Japanese RPG, you got to do it, right? So another 3 more potions. Wow. It's almost like he's going to give me an endless amount of potions until I feel content. So that's always good. But yeah, you got to do a little grinding in these games. You always got to do it. It's just part of the deal, you know. Fight fish, get potions. That's always my plan. Get them fishies, fight, get them potions. Fight fish, get dish. Exactly. Exactly. The only food they eat, though, in Final Fantasy World is potions. They don't eat anything else. That's it. The people have spoken. Where's my... Oh, the things are gone. I didn't get any fish fight.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
I feel bad about that. I should get more fish. Very simple times. Exactly. 3 more potions. It's like this guy. Where is he keeping them? That's what I want to know. He's just got pockets lined with potions. He's just like, oh, you need more? Here you go. Have some more. Take 3 more. I just throw them at people every time I walk by. It doesn't matter to me. Oh, there's a fish. Fish? Fishy fish. They were fishy. A little too fishy, if you ask me. Something was fishy about them. And we're going to get to the bottom of this by killing as many as possible. Once that mystery has been solved, by murdering as many fish as I possibly can, we will be able to find the culprit of this fishy catastrophe that we like to call the fish caper. I won't do this forever, I promise, but I do want to try and get a little bit of head start. Also, I do want to try and get some battles in because it is a smart idea. But they are not doing... There it is. I was going to say, the random encounters are a little sparse right now. Boop, 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 boop. All right. I'm going to have so many potions.
As soon as you're ready.
I am ready, but I just need more. Hey, sir, did you happen to have any extras I could borrow? Thank you. Appreciate it. How many do I have now? My goodness. I've got 27. Well, that's a pretty good start. It's a good head start on the potion sequences. There's also, I think there's a way. Hold on. When we get to when we get to like Besaid, I remember something about Valifor, and I'm gonna see if I can remember to do it. I'm gonna have to see if I can remember to do it. So we'll get there. I am playing Goat Sim. I love Goat Sim. I do. I have Goat Sim 1. I haven't played 3 yet, but I actually really love that first game. It is so ridiculously, mindlessly stupid. And some nights, that's me too. And I just play this game and I'm like, oh, this game's really dumb. And I'm like, me too. So perfect. It's perfect for me. Boo, boo, boop, ba-doo. All Goat Sims are like that exactly, right? I'm getting all that AP. I should, you know, it'd be a good idea right now because I can't do much with me. Although I probably can move a little bit, right? No, I can't. I don't have any S levels. You don't have any S levels either. Nobody has S levels. No, my S levels. I'm seriously lacking in S. Very depressing. Eventually we got to go down there where those lights are. That's probably the only reason they knew there was power there, because they're like, the lights are still on. How convenient. How far do I have to go? That's always the question, right? So let's see here. So you are next level... Next level 3? A beautiful thing. Or no, that might just be ability points? I'm not 100% sure. Attack! Attack! Bloop. Oh, they only gave me 2? They only gave me 2? What kind of shit is that? I have to do one more fight to get that level that I wanted. But hey, sir, you're not gonna believe it, but I dropped the last ones you gave me. They just fell right out of my pocket. I don't know what happened. They're somewhere at the bottom of the sea now. You wouldn't happen to have any other ones, would you? Oh, you're so nice. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back. You can bet on that. You can bet on that. Okay. Let's get that level now, shall we? Swimming, swimming. Just keep... There we go. Bloop. A bloop. I guess since we're kind of in... let's see what this does. Let's see what it does. I got 14. I think it might be worth doing another round. So I might. So let's do this. Did that work? Sure doesn't seem like it. Oh, maybe it did. No, it didn't. Oh, I know why. Maybe it did work. Hold on. Filters. What do you do? Nothing. You literally do nothing. All right. Well, that's fine. I'm at this now, so let's just move it down here. We'll do that, and then we'll just to make it fun, right? We'll just make it more fun. A little chill time. There we go. Okay. We're going to get a little bit of buffing in here, because if I don't, I will be remiss, and there's a possible problem that could happen. Plus, you know, it's a good idea to get a little bit of grinding in. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? How's your weekend? Are you guys are you being good? Are you causing mischief? If you are, that's a problem. And you will be punished for such things. Better be careful. A bloop. A bloop. Oh, I thought I did it. Take that, fish. It's just me, the crazed fish murderer. I come to the water and I murder every fish I see. None of them are safe. All right, so I probably can't actually do something now, because that gives me one S level. Ooh, I can do something with that. Okay. Move. I can really only go here, right? Yeah. And then, or wait, nope, hold on. Can I? No, that's as far as I can go. That's fine. Yes, please. And then I can use my power sphere. So maybe people can point this out to me. I've always with the sphere grid, I've always been very just like go down the path, pick whichever one's in front of you. And I know there's probably like more strategic ways of doing this. And I should probably try and learn that, right? Like how to strategically use the sphere grid. Like I've never really been good at that. It's never been something I've focused on. You don't have one? Oh, I guess you wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't. So I've been really bad at that. And I'm curious, like, if people have any, like, tips and tricks on how to manipulate the sphere grid to be the best it possibly can. But if you have any, let me know. I'm always open to it. But until then, I'm just going to use my potion secret. Sir, you're not going to believe it. They fell out of my pocket again. I don't know how this keeps happening. There might be a hole in my pants. I've been through a lot. There could be a hole in my pants. Do you happen to have any more? Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm definitely not taking advantage of your kindness. I promise you. Promise you. We might just get one more sphere grid level and then move on is what we'll do. Shouldn't take too long because I've only got like, how many do I need? Like I need like 13 more. So might take a little bit. I didn't mean to get out of the water like that. That was not my plan. All right, well, whatever. The only problem with doing any sort of like major grinding in this area is I think it does take a while because I don't think these give you a lot of AP. Pretty sure they only give you like 1 or 2. Ewy. Here. Boom. This group only gives you 1, and then if you get the one with like the 2, that's 2 AP or something like that, which can make this take a little while. So that's why we'll only do the 2, I think. Yeah, they only give you 1. Oh my goodness. I'm dedicated to the cause, is what I am. Dedicated to being the best me I can be. That's how I got to the top of the Blitzball League, and that's how I got here. So no one can say I don't train. There we go. Let's go get my free potions again. Maybe. Hopefully I can get another fight along the way. Give me more fishies. I want more fishies. I want more fishies. I feel like the other thing that's always funny is like, at least initially, Titus is taking this fairly well. Initially he does. Because he like wakes up in a new world and they're like, go work and such. And he's like, okay, that's fine. And then just, you know, that's where he's at right now in life. He's like, you know, who am I to argue? Okay, that should give me 2. Maybe. Right? Those points. Yay. Manosphere. I'm rich. All right, we'll keep that going. Give me... Sir! You're not gonna believe this. It happened again. You won't believe what just happened. This fish came along and stole them right out of my pants. I thought I had the zipper up, but apparently this fish knows how to use zippers, and I couldn't keep the potions. So thank you. Appreciate you being so understanding. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Give me my fish. I want my fish. I want my fishies. I'm deep in the water. Give me fishies. I shall fight the fishies. The fishies. What I really want is more of those groups of 2, or like the one with 1 and the other group of like 2. That's the one I really want. But I'm not going to get them. I guarantee it. That's okay. When we get out of this area, I think you get to a spot with more, which is good. I got 8 points. It's not that far. Guys, it's only going to be like 18 more fights. Don't worry about it. I can do math. When you have 8, that definitely means there's 18 more fights. Literally the only math that could possibly be true. There it is. See, this is the only group they're gonna give me. Just to spite me. Random encounters my ass. All I gotta say. Gotta make some sushi out of all these fish. I will be definitely making some sushi. There is no way they could stop me. I got so much sushi and I got so many. Sir, you won't believe it. This time it wasn't a fish, but it was this like weird crab looking creature. And I think it was the crab people. And they came by and they snipped my pants. And even though I thought I fixed it, I lost all my potions. Can you believe it? It's weird. The ocean, mysterious, right? You can't control it. Can't know what you're doing in it. All you can do is swim around and kill more fishies. But he's being very accommodating. I'll give him that. How many do I have now? I got 39 potions. See, you can just keep going. I'm glad they kept that in there. I am really glad they kept that in there. It does seem like one of those exploits that you would think they would have removed. Ambushed? I've been ambushed. No! How dare you? Okay, let me go down to this screen. Keep going. Okay, there you go. Good job. All right, let's get some more fishies. Fish, 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 fish. Give me fish so that I can eat these fish, 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 fish. Yum, yum. Kaboom. We'll just do a little bit of it. Like I said, what I'll probably end up doing is do a little bit of grinding in this episode, and then I'll try my best to keep as little grinding on stream as possible, and I'll do some grinding, you know, off stream when possible. Sometimes you can't, so there's going to be episodes where we're going to have to do this if we continue on. And like I said, if you guys are, you know, when we play this and you guys want to see more of this as we go forward, let me know. Like, if you guys are interested in seeing more of this game as we go, let me know, because I will definitely continue on if we want to do that. How many ships do they have out here? Is this just one ship? Oh, okay. It's just a weird design. Neato Speedo. Ooh. I don't know, though. Like, they don't look like the best fish to eat. You know what I mean? They don't look that good. Like, they look like they might be a little spiny for my taste.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Sir! You won't believe it. You won't believe it. The crab guy came back. It's amazing. I can't believe it. They really love your potions. I'm so glad that you have so many just shoved in your pockets like that. It's very helpful. Okay, down we go. Let's get some more fish. But like I said, once we hit that second spear grid level, I'll move on. Promise. I did used to do this for a lot longer. When I was playing it on my own, I would do this for a long time just to really build myself up at the beginning of the game. But there's better places to do that. Ooh, 2 spheres. I do like me some spheres. Just vibe and kill fish. That's the way to go.
Fishing for compliments, are we? Just remember, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but you know who's the catch of the day?
I don't know.
My little Leem toy.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe he can reel you in with his gaming skills, or lack thereof.
Hey, that's not very nice. Theo, I'm pretty good at games. I tell you something. You just sometimes you give me mixed signals sometimes, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about our relationship. Ooh, perfect. This is perfect. This is exactly what I need. Okay, let's get some more potions. We'll save and then we'll move on.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
I am ready now, maybe 100%. I can't tell if he's hitting on you or insulting you. It's tough to say. Maybe that's just how he tells you he likes you, you know? Some people do it their way and some people don't. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, I obtained 3 potions. Good stuff. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's get in here. We'll just go the 0. Alrighty. Turn that off since we're moving forward now. We're actually going to play the game. It's amazing. Okay, down we go. So we're going to head towards this ship or whatnot. How many potions did I end up with? 45. That's a pretty good starting point, I think. Personally speaking, if it's up to me and I were the one to say what, when, where, and how, that's the way I go.
I see you. If you have not hit follow, I dunno. Why not just do it? Come on.
Boom. I'm a little bit more strong. I got that strength. Also, I don't think I actually needed to do the, I don't think I needed to save because I actually think they put a save like right at the beginning of the next space, which is like a little bit overdone, but that's okay. Boom. Guess that's better than later in the game when you're like, where's the next save? I really need that. Please give me another save. I'm about to die. I don't want to do that. It doesn't happen often, but I have died in this game before. No, I want to take that back. There's probably several times I've done that. Now that I don't want to say not often, because then I'm going to say that, and then we'll get to a certain point in this game, and I will just continuously do it over and over again, and you guys will be like, did you say it never happens? Like, it's rare. And I'll be like, yeah, it was when I was good at games back in the day. You know, back in the, you know, the yesteryear, the forever ago. Those types of things. Am I gonna get another one? Another battle? Nope. I made it. Boop, 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 boop. See, this is suspicious in here. This suspicious laboratory or whatever it is. All right. See, they did put a save spear right there. Like, I didn't have to save back on the ship. I really did not have to do that because it's right there. But that's okay. Who needs it? Alright. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay, if you say so. I got to examine. Uh-huh. Good plan. That's how I treat computers too. Whenever my stream doesn't work, I'm sitting here hitting the PC until it starts working. It works 100% of the time. So what I'm understanding is you're not good at the game. Shush! You don't know that. Unless you do. In which case, I will still deny it. Boop, boop. Beep, 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 beep. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, 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 beep. What is the purpose of that, like, liquid gel? What is that? Is that, like, gel? Like blood? Is that blood flowing through that pipe? I don't know. Uh-oh. The fishies have found us! That's a lot of them! That's one too many fish! There's 2 groups. Okay. Alright, let's just go after these ones. Bam! And then I'll just get rid of them. Kaboom! Owie, owie, I'm so hurt. Yeah. I guess I could have grenaded them if I really want to, but I'm saving those. I should be stealing. I forgot. I should be stealing. Oh, no. I'm so... See, this is why I'm bad at games, because I forget. I can steal things. It's possible. All right, wasn't there like boops Leem? You boop me? How dare you? Your booping shall not be forgotten. I feel like there is supposed to be a treasure that I probably missed somewhere. Hold on. I feel like there is one in here. Somewhere in this place. I think there's one. I just am not... like, I remember distinctly there being a treasure somewhere in these halls. Is it back here where the... how do I get in there? Wait a minute. I don't want to return to ship. I want to go in this little thing. Was it in there? Wait, that's going to take me all the way back, though. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there isn't one in here. Maybe I was just wrong about that. All right, well, whatever. There probably was. Watch, it's like one of the legendary weapons or some shit. I'm like, ah, I feel like I vaguely remember there's something, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, you know it's working when everything starts shaking like that. Uh-oh. A ruh-roh. That can't be good. Like, is there something different in here now that I'm just not remembering? I don't know, man. I don't remember nothing. Oh, it's green now, so it's not blood. Unless it is. Uh-oh. More tentacles! We just can't get away from the tentacles, guys. They're trying to tell us something is what they're trying to tell us. Let's steal. I got a grenade! Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Ow, whap, whap, whap. Thanks, buddy. I just got tentacled. Ooh. Oh, wait, no. I want to do the use, and then I got that, and they just go kaboom. He's like, no, thank you. Oh, he's gonna do the whole like speed around thing. He's out of range. Trigger commands, got it. Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay, so I can stand by, which is good. But I could also, what do I got here? Cheer. Oh yeah, let's do it. Good time for this, really, is what it is. What do you got? Steal and use. Well, that's not really good for me. All right, let's just stand by. That got me health. Standby gives you health. Was not aware of that. Perfect. I like that. Here it comes. Owie. You little wanker. I'm gonna steal from your ass. Couldn't steal anything. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, I got overdrive. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work this time. Because I feel like I was right on it before, but I didn't quite get it for some reason. So, see, I feel like I'm right on. I feel like I was right on there. I don't know what's going on with that. That didn't feel right. Ow, you just tentacled her. That's not good. Let's go ahead and just use this last grenade. Kaboom! That one did significantly less. Oh, she's hurting. Let's steal again. Got a grenade! Hell yeah. Oh, he's gonna run away. Well, good thing for me is I've got so many potions for some. Where did I get all these potions? That's incredible. Incredible. That's useful right there. Useful, useful. Is it still Titus's turn? Damn. I wasn't paying attention to my thing. Okay, so now let's go. Let's just do the standby thing. He's gonna do his whole like, I'm gonna swim real fast. Boom. And then I just hit him from behind. Bam. We've all been there. Boom. Where's he going? Is he running away already? What are you doing? It didn't take him long to run away. Yeah. Okay. Hit him. Hit him good. Oh, wait. She's not going to have any more. Oh, no, he's done. Never mind. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We did it. And just like that, the job was done. I got 3 AP for that. I love that. They're like, boss, 3. Thanks, I appreciate it. But I got some gill. I'm swimming in that gill. All right, so I think, can I get back to that place now? Oh, wait, I think it's like right over here, right? Wait, nope. Can I go back here, please? I'm not allowed. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Nope, I can't. How do I do this? What do I do? Help. Oh, wait, that's where they want me to go. They want me to go that way. Do they? Wait, that's this way. They won't let me go in there again. But what if I want to go over here? Why can't I go over here? Why am I not allowed? This game real making me all angry like. No, it's fine. Let's just swim out this hole that's just here for some reason. Boom. So I remember the first time I played this game, and it never like connected to me like what this was or what they were like uncovering. And even when I got to the part of the game where it was like, oh, they suddenly have an airship, and I was like, where did they get that? Where did that come from? Because I didn't, for some reason, this didn't like register with me at all what I was looking at down there. This like saucer thing. And then later in the game, you're just like, oh, you have an airship that just so happens to have like this same kind of saucer type situation. And they just picked it up. They did. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, I guess that's a thing. And I didn't even consider it at all. My brain could not make this like complex, super complex connection. I just couldn't do it. And, you know, of course, it's like the same group of guys flying it and everything, too. And I still couldn't even come to terms with it. I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, I think it was like the second time I played, I was like, oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. Makes sense. It makes sense. They were setting it up. It's good storytelling that way. In, you know, in my head, I was like, wow. I mean, the other part of it is that they like, oh, he said airship. And that's probably the second time I played it. I was like, oh. And then the thing about it is, though, is that like, it's such a massive ship that you end up getting later on. And I know that's spoilers, I'm sorry, but like, it's not that big of a deal. But then when they put it on the ship, there's no way it's the same size. So like the scale really changed here. You know, they put it on the ship like, oh, it's basically the same thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about how much it fits or not. It's not something you have to worry about. Ow. Mmm, yummy.
Whoa! Right on.
Yeah, it looks delicious, doesn't it? It's Taco Tuesday. Oh my God. Titus, or me, I guess. Calm down, buddy.
Hey!
And that's how Titus became an alcoholic. Right there.
It's because you eat too fast.
Thanks, genius. Appreciate the help on that. Wasn't sure what happened there.
Hey!
Hey!
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo! Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We.
We?
Oh, we means you.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Al-Bed. Can't you tell?
Yeah, you could definitely
Wait,
tell.
You're
I
not
knew
an
that.
Al-Bed hater, are you?
Yes.
I don't even know what an
Only
Al-Bed
on
is.
Wednesdays, though.
Where are you from?
Zanarkand. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Zanarkand.
I'm glad
Eggs.
he painted such
Did
a
you?
great picture there.
Hit your head or something?
Yes, probably. Several times. Because I'm
you
a
guys hit me?
blitzball player. It's a very rough sport. I probably have
Oh,
several
right.
concussions
Do you remember anything
over the
before
course of
that?
my career, even though I'm very young and just started.
So I told her everything there was to tell about Zanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light.
I might have
I just
stopped.
said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
Several. You're a comedian. What can we
You
do?
were near Sin. Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say
So,
it gets funny when Sin is near.
My understanding
had some
was,
kind of
for those of you who know Kingdom Hearts, I believe Nomura was very heavily
You
involved in
mean
the
I'm
character
sick?
design of these
Because of
games. So
Sin's
this is
toxin,
Tetsuya
yeah.
Nomura, who is like the director of
You
Kingdom
sure?
Hearts. And I gotta
There is no
say,
Zanarkand anymore.
you can tell
Sin
he
destroyed it
designed
1,000
these
years ago.
characters. You know how you can tell he designed
So
these
no one
characters?
plays
If you ever
Blitzball
want to
later.
know what is a good way of knowing how Tetsuya Nomura designed a character, look
what do you
for
mean,
more
1,000
belt
years
buckles
ago?
than would ever
I saw
be
Sin attack
needed for
Zanarkand.
any outfit. If you can find
You're
at
saying that
least
happened 1,000 years
14
ago?
belt buckles
No
on an
way.
outfit, you can pretty much guess that Nomura had something to do with the creation of that character design. You can pretty much bet on it. You can 100% bet on it. Belt buckles and baggy shorts. You know that is what it'll be. In fact, I believe there is one character in this game we're going to find that's going to have at least 47 of those belt buckles. So we'll have to count them one by one, though. So just don't hold me on that.
You said you play blitzball?
I do. It's a hobby of mine, though, but I'm not very good.
You know,
My team hasn't
you
won a
should go to
game in
Luca.
like 14 years.
Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Maybe.
Luca?
Luca. Isn't that a... Titus is like, hey, isn't that a Disney movie? Or no, it's Pixar. I saw it. It was very charming. I loved it. What do you think of it? She's like, what's a movie? Is that like a spear thing? Ow.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise.
Yay, it's so good to have friends.
You'd rather stay here? Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Zanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place.
Oh, that Yevon. That Yevon, always telling us what to do. Monster made my phone overheat. Monster, how did it do that? Also, you're playing games on your phone? Are you telling me that? Are you telling me? Do you have games on your phone? Is that what you're telling me? Are you gonna share with the class? Is that your plan? I hope so.
Yeah, right. I thought. Since when?
IMGAX6?
Sin?
Maybe.
Luca?
I don't know what that means.
Sin just took me to a faraway place.
Ignore that. Okay, well, I will. I'll pretend I wiped it from my memory. It's gone.
1,000 years into the future?
That's pretty crazy. Remember when in Avatar, Aang was like, oh, 100 years. He's got nothing on me. I was like, bitch, 100 years? Hold my beer. I'll be back in 1,000. Whoa! But yes, I do in fact have games on my phone, and it's definitely not an AI. And I'm definitely not an AI. That's good. That is good. On both fronts, really. On both fronts. Okay, bye. Boy, Titus is just having, or me, I guess I keep calling him Titus, but, or Titus or Titus. I go with Titus, but I keep calling him that, but I have changed his name. So me is having a real rough day. Real rough. Do I want to save my current game? I'm pretty sure I just did, but absolutely. Abso-frickin-lutely. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And he's dead. Okay, guys, that was great, wasn't it? That was a great game. He's dead, so that's the end of this. But, you know, sucks to be him. Pretty fun game, though. Oh, wait, never mind. Hold on.
Riku!
Owie.
Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Yes. Joe DiMaggio playing a not at all racist caricature. It's okay, though. Waka is still very amusing and not at all naive in any way, shape, or form. If you don't know who Joe DiMaggio is, you probably do. If you watch Futurama, you do know who that is because it's Bender. Bender from Futurama. They're like, oh, hey, kid. And I just like swim in the opposite direction. I'm like, I'm out of here. I don't want nothing to do with you guys. The moon crest, that won't come into play later. Absolutely not. No way, no how. Is there some... I can't remember if there's one over on this side I can get. I think there might be. Ba-ba-ba-boo. Ba-ba-ba-boo. I love main characters who just have a hobby on the side of what everybody knows, right? Oh, Waka is a hobby enthusiast, man. The man does jobs. You know what I mean? He is a guardian and a professional blitzball player. It is very impressive. Is there anything over here? I know this is like where you catch the boat later on. But I can't remember if there's anything over... Nope, there isn't. Okay, never mind. Anything over here? I'm just trying to remember where all that... There they are. Oh, mysterious characters. 1 and 2. I'll see you later.
Yo. Hiya.
Smooth. You nailed it.
You wanna try that move one more time?
You okay?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
Hooray. Ow. I love that he does that, and then, like, I really wish he had turned around and the other guys were like, oh, wait, that's the only ball we have on the island, guys.
Who you play for?
That was it. We're done. Our season's over. It's the only ball we had. And this is an island. And we can't just get one delivered. There's no Amazon.
I meant, forget that. I got too close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like.
Yeah, just keep using that excuse.
I don't know where this place is, or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon.
Yeah, that Yevon guy. He's great, I think. I've heard such good things.
I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What? You hungry?
The What That's Time
Okay,
made it
back
seem
to
like
the
he was
village.
like,
I
woo,
can get
I was
something."
tired of things looking good. Right? He doesn't know what's going on. I think I can get potions from these guys. Hey, I'll admit, we're not the best blitzers in Spira. Well, at least you know, I guess. Here, take this. Oh, look, I got some gil. Thank you. He's just like random stranger. He's like, hi, I don't have a lot of money, but here you go. Take what I got. Oh, thank you. Just random people. We just met. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty smooth there, buddy. That shot was spectacular. And knowing is half the battle. I know. I try my best. That's my biggest problem. Everyone here just has spare stuff in their pockets that they want to give me. I can head the ball pretty good. Today's just a bad day. I somehow don't believe you. Oh, Letty's like, he hits himself so much that he doesn't want to give me anything. I gotta stop closing my eyes. These are professionals, guys. These are the professional players. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's kind of unfortunate.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so
Me too.
I just had to ask. It's true Zanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now.
Yeah, exactly.
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look.
Can I trust you, Waka? Just ask him. Just be like, can I trust you? And he's like, I've just met you, so not sure. But sure, why not?
If you ask me, sins are punishment for letting things get out of hand.
Oh, good.
What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when.
That is the eternal question.
For our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
Well, that's a weird time to laugh.
That was a good one, huh?
It was great. I planned it. I was thinking about it the entire time I was in the water. I was like, the next person I see.
A team living in luxury like that.
Damn.
Pretty soft, eh?
It's just like the real world. It is. I think this game did a really good job of like doing that. I think that's why these games are so like, you know, fun. Is because there is like a greater storyline going on here, and they try to make it very like allegorical and stuff like that, which is good.
I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was.
Okay.
Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better.
He'll stick to this. This is a very healthy mindset he's got right now, but he sticks to it for all of like 10 minutes, so we'll get there. Yes, please. I'm going to put that out there again. If you guys are concerned with the amount of times that I save, just buckle up. You're in for a ride. You are in for a ride. This way. I want to go this way. Oh, that stair is just far too much for me to handle. There's no way I could walk up this knee-high thing. It's true the furries ruined the city's reputation, right? 1,000 years ago, the convention center. Yeah, right? Oh, that would be so good. I want that to be the case. They were like, what happened here? And he looks at you very seriously, and he just kind of gets sad, and he looks at you, and he's like, the furries happened. And that was the end of this island. It was all over since then. But someday we will persevere. You know how they say the furries ruin everything. And they did. And they did. You don't have to save enough. You need to have at least 3 backups. Exactly. But look, but on the bright side, maybe furries did happen and they destroyed it. Furry toxin got it. Oh my god. Ugh. Now, then his question is, you got too close to the furries and the furry toxin got in you? What happened? Went to that room party, huh? Got a little wild, huh? Things took a turn, huh? Oh, there's probably a video of that somewhere on YouTube. You'll see. You will see. Someone will send it to you. Be careful, you might get pathogen. Exactly. Uh-oh. All those owogens coming at you. Oh, man.
LeemThatStreams is proud to support an ongoing donation drive right here on Twitch for the Lemur Conservation Foundation. If you want to support the stream in an awesome way,
I got too close to the furries and my head's all foggy like, so I don't know where I am, or even where I came from. That's how it goes sometimes. You go to those furry conventions, the next morning, you just can't remember a goddamn thing. You wake up, somehow you're back in your room, and you're like, how did I get here? Or even where am I? And I just never know. It's difficult to say. Also, there's just random treasure chests down here. We'll probably need to do a little bit of grind in here a little bit as much as I can. So let me do this. I used to have a button for this, and now I don't know what happened to it. That's okay. I went to a room party once and woke up 1,000 years into the future. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? I mean, seriously. If you haven't done that, I'd be more surprised. Ow. Oh, there's 3. We need some Leem snacks to keep us occupied from these grind sessions. You mean my peeds? King, do you want some more of that peed that I got you? I know I've got that mad hookup that I can get you some of those peeds if you're really, really craving them. You know what I mean? Don't be shy. I can get you some more of those peeds. Just bite right in. Yeah, if you take some of those peeds, you're going to get through. Ayo, I need some more of that peed. Scratches myself with a crazed look. Yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness. I did know that about lemurs beforehand. Actually, like, the reality of it is that they do that, they'll bite into them, but it's kind of like a byproduct, because like the actual thing they're doing, peanut butter and peed sandwich, yum. The actual thing they're doing is they're actually trying to get the cyanide venom, and they rub it all over their body, which is not a sexual thing. They just rub it all over their bodies, but it's supposed to keep like parasites out. I guess that's the thing. It's an anti-parasitic situation that they're doing. But on the bright side, you also get really high. So, you know, it's a win-win. Win-win. Nobody loses in that scenario. A cyanide kink. Maybe there's just those lemurs who got that. Who would have thought cyanide repels parasites? It does so many good things, and it really, really brings out the shine in your fur. You know what I mean? If you really just want that, like, you know, just out of the shower look, just throw some cyanide on there, and you'll be fine. There's absolutely, truly an advancement in Leem science. Exactly. We are constantly advancing the world in our Leem ways. Ooh, I got that AP. I got that S level. Let's see. So again, like guys, if anybody has any tips, because I'm really bad at sphere grid. So like my thing with the sphere grid normally is I just go in a linear fashion and just pick up everything I can. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the game that's okay, because it is like probably a good idea to try and get as many new things as you can. Generally speaking, I tend to just be like, what's next? Okay, that's the one I want. I'm sure there's better strategies to this than what I do. So if you're like, hey, you're a knucklehead and there's a better way to do this, feel free to be like, hey, knucklehead, do it differently, you moron. And I'm like, okay, thanks, I appreciate it. And then that'll be about the end of that one. Where is, meanwhile, us musk deers just drink sacrificial virgin blood? Really? Wow, that's something. It doesn't taste the same when it's not from a sacrifice. I got you. I'm sure that's true. I imagine it wouldn't be the same without that sacrificial virgin blood. Hey, which by the way, you could probably find at that furry con all over the place, so don't worry about it. It'll be real easy place to get. Fierce grid use is pretty solid for now. Things will really pick up when you get all party members. Yeah, exactly. My thing is like, I know, like I said, my general strategy, I know there's better strategies. I know there is. I've just never done it. And like, I usually am just like, go sequential, just pick it up, get all of them, and that's pretty much it. I could do better, and I plan to. And I say that, and then when we actually get into the meat of the game, I will have just basically done the sequential thing, is what I'm saying. Is how it's gonna go. I think there's like 1 or 2 more treasures, or is there just 1 more? I don't remember. It's been a minute. I know there's one like over there somewhere. And if I get too far along this way, they're gonna auto advance me. But I'm pretty sure it's a little further down. Yeah, you just gotta ask a deer for the sacrificial virgin blood. Did they just keep it in their room and like little like, you know, they finish up like a Gatorade bottle and they put the sacrificial virgin blood in it? And it's just like, oh, I got some in the back. And like, oh, thanks. It's kind of like when I went to, oh, that's all actually going on. Oh, yeah, it's all in jars. Is that kind of, so it's like when I went to TFF a few years ago and the guy just had the cooler of Jell-O shots in their room. And I was like, you know what? You're ready, I guess. That's a sign that you were ready to go. Just Jell-O shot after Jell-O shot. They were just ready to go. Ooh. Oh, there's one. I almost missed you, you little thing. Oh yeah, yeah. It's but if they are fools, they'll keep it in vials. Well, I mean that would be kind of cool looking, though, don't you think? Like if you had enough vials to make that happen, that would be kind of cool looking. It may not be the smartest thing, but you would be able to be like, yep, those are my vials. I love it. I'd be down. Because deer can't hold vials due to hooves. True. Well, maybe if it's like a small enough vial, they have the like little gap in their hoof feet right there, and maybe you could like stick one in there. I bet you could do it. Right? You probably could. I bet you could do it. One, though, and I don't know what you'd do with it. It would just kind of like someone would have to put it in there for you. So that would be kind of like a bit of an impediment, because you would just be like, hey, bro, hey, I need to look cool right now. Can you like, you just put that, you know, you just gotta slide that in there, you know what I'm saying, like that, just gonna slide it right there. Could you just put that in there? I'm just gonna go down to the, you know, main floor, walk around with this vial in my hoof.
Well,
uh-oh.
Look who's keeping the chat lively with a simple flaw. Keep those laughs coming, darlings, but remember, my little lean toy needs more than just lols to win this game. Wink.
Wink. Wink, wink. My goodness, I'm his little lean toy now. I don't know where he learns these languages. He's out of control. Okay, I'm just gonna fight fish for a while. I feel like this also is probably not the best place to do a lot of grinding. Now I think about it, I'm just sitting here going like, this probably take a while, so I probably shouldn't do this. Again, like I said, I'm probably going to do most of my grinding off screen because that's something I tend to do. But obviously, since it's the first game, I was like, well, you know, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. But this is probably not the best place to do it. There's better places to do it. There is better place to do it, so we'll do it that way. Plus, we're like right at the beginning of the game. We got to keep going. Watch out for zombies. They might have the T virus. Those darn T viruses. Gotta watch out for those. So we should call you Theo's little Leem toy. He seems to think so. He seems to think so these days. Oh. Youchies. Youchies. I feel like if I ever went to like anywhere in the world and I saw fish like these anywhere, I would be like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Kaboom. Are these all individuals? Yeah, they're individuals. Okay. Like, do you think the people on this island go swimming out here? Because I feel like I wouldn't. If I saw like one fish like this in the water, well, it's helping because there's this invisible counter that goes up each battle you start. After the first 50 or 60 fights started, your summons will later auto strengthen. Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Okay, and these are easy to win. Although, like, I'm going to do grinding before we leave the island, too, because I feel like that's more effective, because some of the battles are a little bit more substantial at that point. But I am, you know, I'm getting a few in here. And hey, Waka just got an S level, so that's good. Where do you go? Oh, yeah, as you start over here. What has he got here? Dark attack. I forgot I have that. I should use that more. It's very, very useful. Move, please. There we go. What have you got, please? Agility. Everything is not as it leams. It is never the way it leams. All right, let's get that. Where am I at now? How am I doing? Status, please. 18. Yeah, that takes a little while. I mean, usually don't fight sword. You don't need a sword to fish or to fight fish. I mean, you're generally not fighting fish usually either, right? Like, that seems like a little weird in and of itself. Is there like a... I feel like there might be one down here, but I can't see it. No. Okay, I thought that was like... That looked like a corner where they would hide a treasure. It really did have that kind of, you know, visual. There's one. I see it in the distance. All right. Waka's a little bit in pain. I'm just going to go this route. And then we'll try the dark attack. Because that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, except for maybe like tuna. I can't say I've ever gotten into a fight with a tuna myself. How many tuna brawls have you been involved in? How many times have you gone to the fish bar and then, you know, we're basically like asked, like a tuna tapped you on the shoulder with something. I'm not sure what they would do that with. And then just been like, hey, you want to take this outside? And you were like, absolutely, I'm on it. Is that something that happens to you often? Because I have a lot of questions if that's the case. Several questions. Give me the thing. Just pick it up. All right. Ooh. Also, why are these treasure chests just like kind of floating? Because they don't seem they're on, like some of them are probably on the ground, but like the perspective doesn't look like it. So it kind of looks like it's just kind of floating midair. I think we red pandas eat fish, so we might have some fights with tuna. Yeah, but do you start them or do you just finish them? But maybe. I guess that's
challenging you for the title of King, Queen of the Sea. You got to show them who's boss.
Right.
Just make sure to save some fight for my little Leem toy too.
Oh my god.
Good underwater showdown. Oh well.
Oh my goodness. A deer might get into many brawls, especially with tuna. I don't know why. They just like to fight. Fair enough. Well, if it's your thing, don't let me stop you. Don't let me stop you. My little Leem toy?
Just
Oh,
remember,
God.
There's plenty of fish in the sea, but you know who's the catch of the day? My little Leem toy. Wink, maybe he can...
I feel like he's already said this.
Our lack thereof.
He's repeating himself now. Goodness me. Little Leem toy. I don't know where he got that from, but he started using that as like the little nickname. And every time he says it, I'm like, I don't know if I should be uncomfortable right now or kind of happy. Can't really tell which one it is, you know? Not sure. It's a difficult decision that I haven't made yet. It's getting a little blushy, right? Oh my. Goodness me. Is there one over here? I don't remember. That seems like a nice little treasury alcove. If I've ever... Nope, there's a fishy alcove over here. Oh, we're both in a little bit of pain. I should probably use one of these 46 potions that I have for some reason. I guess after I'm the king of the sea, don't worry, my little Leem toy, I'll save some for you. Okay, appreciate it. That's very kind of you. I do like fresh fish. Ow. Not these fish. These guys are a little too fresh, you know? You gotta teach them a lesson, is what I gotta do. Boop, boop. Which one's next? B is next, so we'll take care of you now. Eowee. Nah, never use potions. I never do. Most of the time I'm just like, oh yeah, I got potions. Oh yeah, these are good to save. I used to be more like that, where I would be like, man, what if I need them at some point, you know? I used to be kind of like that with like a lot of games. Yeah, hoard all items. I used to be that way. I used to be that person. You know, because I would be like, man, what if I need them later? You know, what am I gonna do if I don't have my potions later? I used to be that same way. I'm very used to that concept. And then it would be like, you know, you get to like the final boss of the game and you just have way too many that you're never going to use, even if it is the final boss. And you're just like, well, I guess I have these now. So they don't really do you any good in that perspective, I suppose. I think if I go any further, then I will be hitting the point where Waka is going to play a mean little... how's it going, Gecko? How are you doing? Hope you had a good trip. How's living life of sin in FFX? Living life of sin, you know what I mean? As we were talking about earlier, it wasn't... Well, I guess actually that would work. It wasn't necessarily sin, or I guess it's hard to determine, but it wasn't sin that destroyed these ruins. It was the furries. The furries destroyed the previous civilization. Oh no, cheese wheel might come in handy later. You know, like if you need a good cheese wheel. You know, one of these days I would love to be in a situation where the only thing I can think of in my head is, man, I really wish I had a cheese wheel right now. just, you know, what is that situation? I'm very curious what it would take in my life to suddenly be like, man, I really need a cheese wheel right now. And if I had that cheese wheel, my life would be significantly better by the virtue of having this cheese wheel. Gosh heckies for those furries destroying everything. Exactly. They destroyed everything. Look at all these ruins. That was the Khan Hotel before they left, you know? Just used to be very lovely, but then the furries got there. All right, I'll get one more level because I'm so close to it. I might as well before I trigger the next event. And King was right. There is like, the more you fight, the stronger your aeons get. It is aeons, right? Yes, it is. Okay. I always forget because every game is a little different with that. Waka's looking a little worse for wear. Yes, that's the ultimate goal in life. Getting to a point where I need a cheese wheel. If I could just figure out what that would be, I'm in. Give me whatever it is that gets me that cheese wheel and that I needed. All right, let's see here. So what do we got here? Nope, that's not it. This game actually takes place after Rainforest. Probably. That's about what Rainforest looks like. When did that happen? Was that 2017 now? That was a while ago now, wasn't it? Was that 2017? Or am I thinking of Rocky Mountain Fur Con, where like I guess like there was a lot that happened there too, from what I remember. Lore accurate, exactly. The guy, you know, the guys who made this game had been in attendance when that occurred. Somehow in the future. They went to the future and saw that happening. Google says 2015, it's even worse. My goodness, okay. Time flies. How time flies. When you're a furry. Okay, so I think Waka needs one more battle before he'll do his next S level, and then we'll move forward. Thought it was 2016 or 2018. Yeah, I know it was somewhere around that time. I think Rocky Mountain Fur Con might have been one of those 2 years. Because then they became Denfur after that, because, or not, they didn't become, but like the next group came in and made Denfur because of what happened with Rocky Mountain Fur Con. Which, in fairness, both are pretty good, like naming convention-wise. It's not bad, but I don't know. Rocky Mountain Fur Con has like a pretty cool ring to it. But Denfur is a good play on words, so I'm not sure how I feel about either or. I think you could make an argument for both. Give me power. Power, power, power. There we go. Okay, now I can move forward. I did a lot of fighting. I fought a lot of fish. I devastated the fish population in this area so hardcore. People are going to be like, where did all the fish go? That's our primary source of food.
Let me go.
Let me go.
Got a favor to ask you.
Uh-oh.
You want me on your team, right?
A major blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira
got a favor to ask you. You want me on your furry stream to Oh, it's a yeah. He's just like, could you want to do a collab? Would you like to do a collab together? We could play some Lethal Company. It'll be fine.
It'll be fun. What do you
Maybe
say?
when you start a YouTube series making pasta, but you double the eggs every time you do and get like 13, you need 1,800 plus eggs. Where did that come from? And somehow it stores pasta in a giant cheese wheel. That's a good point. That could be a good way to do it. The world's already in ruins. What's a little overfishing at this point? I mean, maybe the fact that it is in ruins, yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, it probably is that way. Well.
It seems like someone's busy planning their next move. I hope it involves some epic gaming skills, because my little Leem toy is ready to dominate.
Good lord.
Asterisk, let's keep the excitement levels high, my lovely conspirators.
Oh my, Theo, you're getting some sauciness going. Ooh,
I started Blitz when I was 5.
Good
view. I joined the Rocks at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right.
And yet. I like he's like, I quit. So, but then he didn't. Quitting,
I got this new
Damn,
job,
he just liked me. But I know, right? He's going after you like that.
I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Epic mealtime, nice furry excuse. Edition. Yum, 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 yum.
So, you want to win the next tournament. Go out with a bang.
It feels like...
So, what's our goal?
Our goal. I feel like being like, hey, we've never won a game, and then being like,
If we give it
we should win the whole
can walk
tournament.
away
I feel like
happy.
they're missing a few steps in there, you know what I mean?
If
Like
I
maybe
say,
just saying
"What's our
like, what if we
goal?"
win one
You
game?
say,
Maybe if we just
"Victory."
win one, I can go
When you
out
play in
and
a blitzball
feel
tournament, you
fine
play
with
to
my
win.
career.
Victory? You're serious?
Well, if your goal is to win the tournament to go out, victory shouldn't be a surprise because that is how you would do that. Just a heads up there, Waka. You're going to have to win one to win the tournament, at least one.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. They say it works pretty good.
They say it works pretty good. Most people are like, yeah, it was fine. Had no problems. Nah, it's going to be like a Disney movie. You're going to remember your small town values and leave the big city. Probably. It's like, you know, you pray here. Seems pretty good. You know, not great, but pretty good. Can't complain. It's like C tier praying, you know, nothing to be too excited about.
Ah, the one from the sea.
That's me.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
Oh, good.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Yeah, this is an I-8 spot to pray. It's I-8, you know. There's this other spot, S tier at best, at worst, you know. You go over there, you get whatever you want. You ask, you like, Yevon, I want a new car. And he's like, there's no cars in this society, but that's fine.
I'll help you
Here
out.
it comes. You get a Lamborghini right there next to your hut.
In return, come
Hopefully you have a
tournament
place to
time,
park
I'll
it.
make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in their village.
Okay. So, fun fact, I like how they're going like, yeah, I'll make sure you win the cup. I have yet to ever win the first match in this game ever. I've never done it. Never won it, like, ever. Gotta run in it like the Flintstones. Sure, I'll help you. Anyway, do it yourself, right? No. So you don't understand. He says, I'm going to help you win the tournament. I've never won the first match, never once in my entire time playing this game, and that is not like a small amount. No. I don't want to make it sound like that. No. I played this game several times, never won that first match. So let's see if I can do it this time, huh? I'm gonna put out.
Any food there?
I'm gonna put like a moratorium on this right now. I'm just gonna say it. You just got to use the peed. I'm going to take that peed, and we're going to take that peed right to we're going to send to victory it right to the peed. It's going to be the best thing ever. That just means today is the day. No, probably not today. I don't know if we're going to get that far, but we're going to do our best to get there. Maybe on the next stream.
Huh?
We're going to win that. We're going to win that cup. That cup is mine.
Prayer, right?
What? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Do I remember? Do I know any prayers? I don't remember. I like how they give you a choice here and both amount to nope, I don't. Just like the Disney movie, you're gonna win if all sweet victory will play. Exactly. I like this. They're like nope or double nope. Nope. Don't remember. Big none. Oh, I guess the difference would be is him keeping up the facade, right? Either way, it'll be victory peed or comforting loss peed. You know, they're both basically the same thing, but we will pretend they're different. I'm gonna go with I don't remember.
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Same.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you.
He's just like, what are you, stupid or something? You stupid or something? I met a stupid kid. I don't know, I know, right? Yeah. Look at him like pretend like he doesn't know what it is. Do the prayer. Yeah, exactly. He's like, yeah, I may have seen this somewhere before. You're a natural. Do you think?
Not bad.
Because you notice how like Titus has the one pant leg with like the zippered part that makes it a little bit longer.
Any blitzball
Do you think
player
the
would
story
know
behind that is that he lost the other one and he just said, you know what? I'm never going to find it. It's fine. It's the only suit I have. And that's how that went down. Like there probably is another one of those like pant leg extenders. He just has no idea where it is. Hello, old lady who can't walk standing up straight. Well, we think all the basics would be breathing. Your name might be walking. Praying is a little bit more advanced. True, 100%. My favorite's Lord O'Holland. Yeah, spitting image of my old hubby. Well, was he your hubby? You know, that was a while ago. All right, see you later. Rip one of my pant leg extenders. That's out there somewhere because I wanted to look cool. Because, like, Titus at a young age. Yeah, he just was like, they'll never notice. No one's going to notice. He's like, people will think it's like a fashion trend or something. They'll never know. Okay, so if I think I have to wait. Well, Mom noticed. Yeah, Mom was like, get the hell out of here, kid. And then she was like, where's your dad? Where's your dad? That's the only thing I care about. Literally. Okay, doggo. I hope the Oryx don't lose their first match again. You heard me talking about that, didn't you? You bitch. You heard me talking about that. Can I buy items? Okay, hold on. Let's see. I don't need. Well, this game's lack of Leem is concerning. There does need to be more Leem. This seems like the perfect place for there to be Leem. They should have put like a cameo. Although I'm pretty sure this game came out before the first Madagascar. Maybe it did. Probably did come out before the first Madagascar movie. But what if they had like a cameo from like King Julian in the background? That would have been great. How many of these do I have? I have like, we'll do one. I'll get one.
Listen, only the cool kids join the conspiracy on Discord. So I can see why you are not there.
Thank you. Come again. I love that all of society is destroyed and everything is gone and all like the convenience stores are gone, but somehow she knew that line. It must have been on a scroll somewhere. She was like, oh, that's perfect. I can't think of a better line for a shop owner. Oh yeah, these guys. Is there a reason I shouldn't do this? Oh wait, no, because I'm gonna come back here and steal it, and then somebody tells me that this is back here, and they're like, yeah, it's some dead guy's stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what happens here. I come back here, I take these things, and I'm pretty sure someone in town's like, oh yeah, we put all the dead guy's stuff back there, you know, just so for safekeeping. And this guy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry about it. He's not using it anymore. He's dead. Don't tell no one though. Don't. What do you want? Is it this guy who says it? Hold on. Can I talk to you? Sin struck Besaid Village so many times I lost count. After this house got hit, I guess the owner just let it be. Oh, okay. It's not like that guy's dead. He just left. And he left all his stuff. And I stole it. Because I am a dirty thief. That's what I do. There's one more place to go into over here. I'm going to give you guys the full tour is what I'm going to do. Ooh, those look dangerous. Hi, kid. Daddy doesn't play with me at all. He also, you know, he doesn't do that anymore. That's weird. Who is your barber, lady? Odd clothes you got. Odd haircut you have. Also, with your head tilting in that direction, your head looks very thin and like, I don't know how your hair does that. So don't tell me what my clothes look like. Also, I lost the other leg extender. That's why it looks weird. So don't judge me. All right, bye. Just gonna leave my stuff here for safekeeping. Nope. Here comes Leem. You should have thought of that before you did that kind of dumb stuff. What's in here again? Oh, this is Waka's house. I don't want to be in here yet. I think I can, like, visit most of the place. Question mark. Where's that old dude? Isn't he gonna try and tell me, like, the history or something? I heard Sin's toxin got you. I feel like he's gonna be like, I heard Sin's toxins got to you. Took your memory, eh? What Sin? This is like seriously like Titus being the dumbest person on play. He's like, what's that? How could you forget Sin? I can't say I'd envy you though. There's many who would give us anything to forget the pain that Sin brought. I'm gonna do it like real, like this doesn't make sense at all. He's like, sin brought 1,000 years ago. Complain of demon intent reducing Spira to rubble. Everyone in Spira lives under sin's black shadow. But forget sin, well, I consider yourself lucky, eh? Like that accent does not make sense for this setting at all. What's a demon? Yeah, he's like, it doesn't make any sense for this type of setting whatsoever, but I'm gonna go with it. The foul vapors that boil from sin's hide are evil indeed. He never answers he didn't really answer the question. You're right. He's just like, oh, you know, just don't, it's just bad. One breath and you taint your very core to your body. People who get too close to sin forget even the most important things. Just like you, eh? What's Yevon? Oh, man. Wouldn't that be like going into a church and being like, what's that God thing that you guys, what is that, you know? How wretched you must be to have forgotten the teaching of Yevon. The teachings are the only salvation for those who suffer because of sin. I'm sure you followed the teachings before the toxins got to you, of course. Got to pray at the temple, and we all will return in time. What Zanarkand? I only lived there like all my life, so I can't remember though. Zanarkand was once a great city in the far north of this land. Now it lies in ruin, destroyed by sin 1,000 years ago. Who's this Jesus you're all talking about? Is he important or something? Does he mean anything? Okay, thanks, Gramps. All right, see you later, buddy. What's up in here? What's up in this place, y'all? Oh yeah, the looms. The village where I was born is no longer there, thanks to sin. What was it like? Did they have very strict laws? Long as I'm around, Besaid's weaving will be known as nothing but the best. I'm proud of you. I don't really care. I'm sure it's fine. Who are you? Stop! Besaid's fabrics they make here are famous all over Spira. If I buy cheap and sell high, I'll be rolling in gill in no time. Good plan. You know business. You know that business. Nice facial covering. Does that do you anything? I would like a nap. You know what? Same. That would be my thought too. I'd be getting to this like strange, beautiful new island. I'd be like, you know, I could explore, could talk to people, could get some grub. But really, I just want a fucking nap. Just give me that fucking nap, okay? Maybe later. Oh yeah, that's the thing over there. Is there someone in here? Yes. Smart. He should try investigating that in this Bitcoin thing. Exactly. Kitty! Kitty! He doesn't want to talk to me. No kitty for me. There's another kitty. Kitty! It's okay. They don't want. They're too busy being cats to help me at all. Can't pet animals. 0 out of 10. Worst Final Fantasy. Exactly. God damn. You know, this is before that time period when you can, like, truly pet animals in your game. Oh, wait. I should probably talk to these guys, huh? These guys are important because they're sitting in view of the camera. Clearly. Dark times indeed.
Indeed. But fear not,
you!
My dear Gecko.
You were attacked by
Just
Sin,
remember,
right?
Even in the
Recently,
darkest of dungeons, my little Leem toy shines bright like a diamond.
Sin can't be
With
far,
him leading
right?
the way, victory is guaranteed.
Anything, are
and
you?
who knows how many fantasies will come true.
Oh my, wow. That last part took a turn there, didn't it?
I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything.
Yep, we know that, Titus. Everybody
don't even
knows
know
that.
What the Crusaders are. You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin.
Thanks, Theo, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join
They're
our
not
struggle.
cool like Red
The hero
13.
Meehan
Oh
formed the
god, I can't
Crusaders
wait to get to that
800
part of the
years ago
game.
as the Crimson
I can't wait to
Blades.
get. I also
Later, our
heard,
ranks
Jojo,
grew,
I've
and we called ourselves the
heard
Crusaders.
that
We've been fighting
unlike
sin
previous
ever since.
games, I guess there's
What?
like
You've
a
been fighting
romance
800
system.
years and you still haven't beat it?
I don't think they did that in 7 proper.
Well, we've
But there's
steered
like a
Sin away from
romancing
towns
system,
many
or like
times.
there's a date
And that's all
thing
we
you
can do.
and I think one
Nobody's
of the
ever been
dates
able to defeat
is
it.
him.
Our
Are you
mission as
take him on a
Crusaders is
date?
to protect the temples, towns,
Now,
villages, and
when we
people
get
of
to that
Spira.
point in that game someday,
then whose
I'm
job
gonna
is
have
it
a
to
hard
defeat
time
Sin?
picking between Red
Is
13
Sin's toxin really
and
this bad,
Kate.
sir?
Kate Sith.
It does seem
I'm gonna be
bad.
really that's gonna be
I
a
could just tell
difficult
you,
decision.
But I
It's
think
gonna
it's
be a
better for
difficult
you
one.
to try and remember. Go pray at the temple.
'Cause I think you only get to take one of them on a date, and I'm gonna have to choose, and it's gonna be really difficult. That sassy Scottish feline is gonna be tough. I don't think you can. I don't think you're allowed to. I don't think you can.
But soon, we may be able to finally defeat Sin.
Right.
We've got a plan, one that'll go down in Crusader history.
I know. Tell him to patch it. I mean, I bet you could be like clever and just like save right before it, like do a save spot right before the date sequence, and then you could probably do all of them if you want to. But maybe that's worth trying. But we'll see.
We've been excommunicated from Yevon.
Oh no!
We must go now. Everything is riding on our necks.
Worst game ever. 0. Well, only actually they both are cats. I guess one's like a little lion. Is it a lion? Lion, and then the other one is like a cat, a sassy Scottish cat, which is, you know, everything anybody's ever wanted. I appreciate the Crusaders' zeal, but they must heed the teachings. Okay. Who are you? I don't remember you. What's your name? Stop. It's true that Sin showed up near here. Oh boy. And the SS Leaky's And the SS Leaky's scheduled to leave any day now. Licky? Lakai? Where you going, lady? Where you think you're going? So they are just straight up the Templar. Pretty much that's the idea. They are the Templars. There was a dog over here, and I don't see them anymore, and now I'm sad. I literally saw a dog over here, and now it's gone. Where did the dog go? Dog? Doggo? Where did you go? I will find you. Can't escape from me. Oh, wait. Okay, so if I go in here, is he just going to be like, go introduce yourself.
Go
Say
present yourself to the temple summoner before we eat, yeah?
Who's the temple summoner? We're going to find out. Maybe. Doggy? I lost the dog. No. Did I just like transpose through that child? I can't figure out where I'm going to join the Oryx or the Crusaders. That's an interesting life choice. Who are you, mister? Where are you from? That is the first person to ask me that in that proper of a term, and I appreciate that. He's the guy summoning temples. He just raises his arms, and these temples just sprout out of the ground. It's amazing to watch. Oh, that's not a little weird.
It was then, standing in that place.
Yeah. You look up and you're like, what the fuck is that?
I began to realize how different
the fuck
this world
am I
was
looking
from
at
my
right
own.
there? What the fuck? Oh, okay, I remember that. Okay, so I know what those are. I know what those are. You may not, but I know what those are. I know what those two people are. Let's talk to this person. Let's introduce their prayers. We'll just interrupt them. The village was attacked by Sin when I was just a little kid, yeah? The village was burnt to ashes. I still have nightmares of that day. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Don't bother people when they're praying. It's against the teachings, you little shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it. What are you doing? I'm sure Lord Braska is watching over our apprentice summoner. Probably. That or he's out partying. Who knows? May the apprentice summoner return to us safely. Oh, I got caught up in something there.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner.
Yay.
And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
This just got here?
Oh, what's a High Summoner?
Yo, what the fuck is that giant rock thing that looks like some kind of monster? It's crazy, right? Oh yeah, he's really riding this excuse. He's really pulling everybody on that one. Yep, there he goes.
Excuse over and over. Funny.
Nice save, Titus.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers.
I feel like for traveling, Lord Braska's outfit was not very practical.
So what
you feel like that would get, especially on an island, like a guy who spends most of his time in a tropical island. He was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wear the thickest ass robes I can possibly wear. This seems like a good idea, because like the other summoners are like, nah, I'm good. And then he's just like, thickest ass robes, coming from a tropical island. It makes perfect sense. No one will question that. Sweat recovers his MP faster. Maybe he was the smartest of them all. Who knows? Random person. Hey, how was your day? Yeah. Me, favorite Lord Zohalan, yeah. Spitting image of me old hubby. Oh yeah, you already told me about that. Is this him here? Is this him here? I can't really see his face. Oh, well. Titus, I forgot what the day is. He's like, yeah, sins toxins, you know? Sins toxins. High Summer Gandalf. Wait a minute. Is it Gandalf the Grey? Or is it Gandalf the White? He gave us his blessing. Watch over his family. Oh, my. Well, now we know what happened to the wizards of Middle-earth. Hello? If we go to the next temple and they're like, here's Radagast. Radagast is here to High Summoner Radagast. High Summoner Soramon. He was the leader of the summoners for a very short amount of time, but he went bad in a very bad way. You wouldn't believe it. Even searching the scriptures of Yevon, I have found no cure for sin's toxins. May the blessing of Yevon guide you to health, friend. Oh, I'll just start a regimen of, like, you know, wheatgrass and, you know, some Pilates. I'll be fine. Oh, what is going on? Yo. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Zeus1915. Thank you. How are you guys all doing? And welcome. Good to have you lovely beings in here. Let me give you a lovely shout out. Hope your stream went well. Toaster raid. I got all the toast. That's a lot of toast. I do like toast. Hello, everyone. Let me give you this. Oh, it's not working. Is this thing? Oh, there it goes. All right, we'll do this. You were playing Arma 3, huh?
Listen quietly, you can hear the majestic sounds of the great Bacani.
My
asshole is burning!
Majestic.
That is a lot of toast. I agree. I'm a big fan of that much toast. We could just butter it up and yum. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you so much, Zeus. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the toaster raid. I hope you guys are doing great. The Great Bikini. Who doesn't want the Great Bacani? Great Bacani with that great Bacani times. But how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had a great time. Enjoy. We're playing a little Final Fantasy X. So, you know, sit back, relax, put your feet up, maybe grab an ice cold drink, and we'll enjoy this wonderful adventure together. We shall save the world. Right? Aren't you excited? I hope you are. The stream went well and was fun. I'm glad to hear that. That's good. That's good. Play hard. Pray hard. I said play hard, and the toxin will surely release its grip on you. Indeed, I shall definitely. Let me go up here. Oh, wait, no. Only sworn guardians may approach the cloister of trials. Only they are smart enough to solve the puzzles that lie within. They are just too much. Okay, I gotta go grab some food. I shall be lurking. No worries. Take care of yourself. Do all of the post-stream care that you need. I will take care of those who stick around and want to hang out and watch us play this game. I will take care of you. You can be drawn into my warm embrace. Just stick your head right in my bosom, and we shall be friends, and I will take care of you. Pray for the COVID away, right? Pray the COVID away. They're like, no vaccines for us on this island. We believe in Yevon will handle this. Yevon is the only way to reduce this. All right, let's see. What am I doing? I just went to the church, and I made everybody upset, so that was my whole plan, right? Oh, no, I just left the church, and I'm now naked. I'm sure that'll go over well on the... We'll just walk right back in there and be like, it's nude Leem time at the church. You guys were ready for that, right? I know I was. Ooh, you got some stew going? It smells lovely. Walk, I did the thing.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet.
Okay.
Take a nap. You look bushed.
I do feel bushed. I appreciate it. I stole your memory. Now I stole your clothes. Oh, you must be Sin. I'm going to blame the toxins from Sin. Yeah, I'll just be like, yeah, I got so much toxin from Sin that I forgot how to put clothes on. It's impossible. I looked at the pants and I was like, there's 2 legs. That's two too many. I don't know how to, there's nothing I could do about that. You know, what am I supposed to do? Sorry, I forgot what clothes. I was like, oh, clothes? What's that do? Uh-oh.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
100% rule. It's been nearly. Uh-oh, flashback time. Oh, no. We're going to get a sneak peek into his...
Emotional
It's been nearly a day already.
There it is.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
Ouch.
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Wow.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Tina's like, good point. We better find him immediately. I have some words to share with that man. Someone find him now. Morning.
Waka?
It's been nearly emotional damage years. Yes, we got all of Titus's
emotional damage.
Exactly. We're going to really, really explore that topic to the nth degree. Okay, so I don't think I can do this trick yet, but let me just double check that. I think I have to wait till I get the first summon, because she's not just gonna say it. Okay, no, not yet. I gotta pace myself. Ooh, a book. Someone left a book around. Oh, it's an Albert primer. Oh, P equals B. I wish languages were that simple. Hi, what are you doing in here? I saw the apprentice summoner in the gardens enter the temple yesterday. Everything looked all right then, but now I'm starting to worry. I'm sorry. The cats are over here like, meh, they never fed me. I don't care if they live or die. I do love the music in Besaid so much. Like, I love that, like, kind of like just really chill islandy guitar sound. I love that so much. It's one of my favorite themes or like motifs from the game is this like the Besaid Island thing is so good. I love it. All right, I'm gonna get my naked self back to the church. I'm sure they're happy to have that go on. It is very soothing. I agree. Hello, I am the Naked Leem. Can someone tell me where the nearest gift shop is? I was hoping to find the gift shop. I bet there's a great miniature Braska statue that I could take home with me today. And I'm hoping we can do that, so...
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that the gift shop was empty. Well, if that's the case, then I think we're okay.
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials.
I heard about
this. Where the apprentice summoner prays.
I did hear about this.
If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
No, not even a little bit.
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
Perfect, perfect.
A day's already gone by.
Good catch there. That was a great coverage right there. If there's one thing Titus does well, is he is a smooth operator. Super smooth operator.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Yeah.
Like I care.
Yeah. 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 You can't go in there. Yeah.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Oh, Titus, yeah. Although I guess I did change his name, so his name isn't Titus, it's Nazan, but no one's got to worry about that. Cloister of Trials, uh-oh. I got to do the smart things. I got to be the brain. I gotta use the brainy parts to do things that make me go bah and just move things around. It's gonna be real good. I know how to make the brain thing do stuff. This should be fine. The cliff close. Boop. Oh wait, was I supposed to read that first? I may have wanted to read that first, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I have this memorized. Let me touch this glyph. I hope that wasn't one of those situations where I'm going to find out later that like, oops, you probably should have read that first, but you know. Oopsie poopsie. Now, if I remember, every single one of these has like a secret room where there's like a secret item in it, and I should try to find that. You know? I didn't read that. What did it say? Oh, glyph spears open the way to the Chamber of the Faith. Destruction fears open a way to... Ah, that's what I was just talking about. It seems that the Besaid spheres are also necessary. What is this one again? I got a glyph spear. You can only carry one. I only got one hand. My other hand is severely damaged from a blitzball injury, so I can only carry one at a time. Gotta be careful with those blitzball injuries. You never know what could happen. Now, this doesn't do anything. Let's see if I remember how to do these things. These are the questions. Insert. Boom. Okay, so then can I take it back? Yes. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, so there's this thing. I don't know if this does anything. Hey! Nice. That's nice as ice. What's this one? Is this the destruction spear? Uh-oh. That's the dangerous one. Okay, so I have to remember how this works. What's over here again? All right, so one of these will open my secret, which may be you. Nope, that didn't do shit. Okay, hold on. I really remember everything I do normally. Touch the symbol. Ah, it was a trick all along. I got bamboozled. Okay, oh wait, is there a sphere in there? Oh no, I got it. Oh no, wait a minute, hold on now. That's not good. Okay, let me put, no, wait, hold on. Well, I could put you there. And then, if I just only then take this guy and go over here with it. Boo-doo. Wait, that's not the right way. Wait, wasn't there a recess in your... Aha! Take that. Ain't gonna do anything, but take that. Okay, so now if I do this, and I use my gigantic lemur brain, just that big, gigantic, throbbing lemur brain right there, that's gonna blow through this wall, right? Do you think they have to reset this every time? And then somebody has to come in here with like bricks and it's just like, God damn it, not again. And just like, every time. And it's just, you know, probably get kind of tired of it. I got the rod of wisdom. Oh, baby. You can obtain hidden items by using the destruction spheres. That's usually how destruction spheres work. Okay, so now then I gotta take this guy and do some with it. I'm pretty sure that's gonna do something with that other thing. That other pedestal here, right?
Yeah, you watching. I see you. If you have not hit follow,
bam.
Why not just do it?
And then I'm pretty sure the yep, you gotta push it because nothing says puzzle like heavy lifting. All right, just give it the old. There we go.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
Oh, you know.
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here.
I like that he's like, it's fine.
Very important.
But also, you're not allowed here, so just make yourself real small.
I'm a guardian.
Don't talk about anything while you're in here. Maybe just let me do all the talking. Yeah, he's like, oh, it's fine. You know, nothing bad's ever happened when you break one of the core tenets of like a deeply religious society. Nothing bad has ever happened.
One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking.
Yes, but which is which?
Come this far. Might as well go all the way.
Whoa, 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 Waka, whoa, we just met, dude. Come on. Calm down there, buddy.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
What are you doing here?
It's just...
What in the fuck are you doing here?
It's mad easy.
Oh, you were talking about her. Hey! The furries still exist.
Is the summoner all right?
They may have destroyed this whole land, but the furries are still here.
Are you?
Kamari is our big butch cat boy. In a loincloth. That's not enticing. Theo, Theo, I may not be your little Leem toy anymore. I might be Kamari's little Leem toy, if you know what I mean. So, I'm sorry, I'm passing this along. Uh-oh. Passing the torch. Sorry, Theo. Should have seen this coming. You okay? Look at those big, strong hands. They're soft, too. He's very, very good at what he does. I appreciate that in a big, gigantic cat boy.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Yay! She's like, ta-da! All right.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
They might be. Well, you can't really tell with that one. So, that's a pretty bad assumption on your part. Everybody's gonna be mad at me, by the way, everyone. Putting your transgressions aside for now, let us celebrate the birth of a new summoner. Okay. What are you gonna do about my transgressions? What's your plan, buddy? Boop, ba-doo-doo-doo, boop, ba-doo. Okay. You don't have to tell me twice. What are you doing over here? Come on. Oh, hey. What are you doing up here? Are you just gonna hang it up here alone? I could keep you company if you want. Do you want somebody to keep you company up here while the show's going on? You don't need to be alone, if you know what I mean. Listen, we could be friends. Just thought I would throw that out there. I should literally make that a theme every time Kamari shows up on screen, which could be a lot. Just make that kind of show up every time. That would be good. All right, let's see what's going on over here.
What?
Owie.
Wait till you see this.
No.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay.
She's like, okay. 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 Got it. Okay. Seriously, it was like the quickest okay of all time. Ooh. Big Burb. Love it. Okay, so I got to name Big Burb. So I'm going to name it after somebody in chat. Who wants to be named after the Burb? Who's our Burb in chat? Who's the Burb in chat? Who wants to be the Burb in chat? Does someone claim them? It will be named after you. I should make that a redeem. Maybe in the next, if we do stick with this, maybe I'll make that a redeem. Exactly. Who wants to be the Burb? Claim your, make your claims like now. Throw it in chat.
Sure,
just say it's
it was
me.
A little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
Wee. Okay, I gotta name him right now, so stake your claim. Speak now, forever hold your peace. I'll give you a minute. Okay, it's me. You're gonna be the, okay, we're gonna go, okay, here we go. We're gonna go that route. It's Jojo. Jojo, you are the big Burb. Jojo, Birdman. Birdman. I don't know if I could do your whole... Let me see. Do I have just enough? Oh, no. I can't do... Okay. So I'm going to be short one number. So I'm going to just go Jojo. How's that sound for now? And then we'll just go with that. Because I would be short one number. But that's going to be what it's going to be. So... Hello, Matt Korgs. What's going on?
I remember.
Woo Burb.
That night.
How are you doing?
For the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed.
Yeah, because I went up to her and I was like, "You're kind of cute."
For me.
But it was that cat guy back there. Can you tell me who the cat guy is? Been a little bit. How are you? Well, I'm doing good. Doing good. Can't complain.
This guy here wants into
Just
the
got back
so
from a
bad,
trip, mostly work, so nice and relaxed and ready to play some video games.
Don't mind him if he says anything odd.
I say a lot of odd things. It's kind of my thing. I'm good. See Final Fantasy X and I had to pop in. Exactly. I just decided to start playing it. I love this game so much. It's one of my all-time favorites, so should be fun.
To do our best!
Yeah!
Nope, we got a new goal now.
Okay.
Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team.
Well, okay, hold on. Slow down. Let's do this one step at a time, Waka. One step at a time. Oh, that's not creepy.
Victory! Victory! Victory!
Victory! Victory! I love this game so much too. I meme the fuck out of it, so thanks to Titus's laugh, but I think I do love this game. Everybody memes the fuck out of this game, and it should be memed. That doesn't mean we love it any less. I've been wanting to get to Mex or to stream it this game. Oh, you wanted to get Mex to stream this game as a meme stream game? Oh, interesting. That would be a fun way to do it. Someday you will get it done. I believe in you. Where's Kitty? Big Kitty, man, where are you? Josu, everyone's acting like we've already won. Not that I can blame them, yeah? I mean, I can blame them because you haven't.
Sure got the boys worked up, huh?
Yep, that's me. I work up them boys. I get all the boys worked up. That's how I do. Yeah.
Sure
I just said that out loud.
Up, huh?
Okay. Hey, what's up? I was hoping you'd join the team all along. Have I actually officially signed a thing? Someday, maybe after Kingdom Hearts and Balan Wonderworld. Really? Are they playing Wonderworld? Interesting. You know what would be another kind of fun meme game would be like any of the Alice games, like the, what is the, oh god, who's the creator? Has like the weird, oh, American McGee. Those are kind of fun from that regard. They're just kind of silly. I mean, they're good, but they're silly. Everyone's acting like, ah, you already said this. Keepa. Hit the other team hard and make it easy on the goalkeeper, yeah? I will not.
You heathen!
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner!
Stay away from the summoner! Oh man, that's harsh. We need a little kid going like, oh, you're a bad man. I don't know you, but bad man. It was
really my fault to begin with.
Wow, Yuna.
I'm Yuna.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Great. I did nothing. I just walked in.
Wasn't I not
Alice games. I wonder if you were playing one of those games or one of the other times.
Oh,
no, I haven't done it yet. I haven't. They are what they think they are. Yeah, probably. No, I haven't done that yet.
I saw that
Play Catherine as a meme game? Oh,
That's
God,
amazing.
I remember that one.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Yes.
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
Okay. What were you doing? You were just sitting, talking to old people.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
We're going on the same boat.
Play
aren't
Catherine. I don't. Oh,
really?
God, that one. That
we
game.
Can talk
I
more.
remember that one. Pretty good. It was weird. What was the game you did with the video? Oh, that was oh God, what was that called? That was oh Jesus.
She's cute, yeah?
It's like a play on Dora the Explorer. She's cute, yeah. Look at this face. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Look at this face that he's giving me right now. That's that is Joe DiMaggio at his finest. I'm just gonna say she's not my type. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know, yeah. I can see myself with a girl like her. 100%.
Don't get no ideas.
Okay, that was pretty much
there, big guy.
Wow.
Hey, but what if she
that was Amanda the Adventurer. That was it. Amanda the Adventurer. It was very Dora the Explorer
Let
like.
me know. I had a bed made for you.
He's got a bed made for me. That's good. Okay.
Ready for bed?
No. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot to do here. So just go to bed.
Stay away from the
summoner. Stay away from the summoner. Yes. Amanda the Adventurer. That was it. Exactly. Why didn't you answer? Just go, do you think you could be High Summoner? And he's just like, yeah, maybe. Is there a medium summoner? Because I think you do really good there if you could do the medium thing. That'd be fine. Let's just go to bed, I guess.
Ready for...
Yes, I am so sleepy. Been a long day. You know, woke up 1,000 years later. Very unfamiliar land. Pretty tired. I like they leave the lights on. That's good. In case you get scared. Oh yeah, dream sequence. You can tell it's a dream sequence because it has this weird filter on it. That's how you know. Can I leave? What if I just go the other way? Can you do that? Oh yeah, it puts you, I think it puts you back at the beginning. Yeah, okay. I forgot. I remember that now. Sepia static, right? It's just like, yep, there you are. Oh, it's Yuna. What in the fuck are you doing here?
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
No, I don't. It's not.
Take me to Zanarkand?
Just like Captain America, who, shout out to him for not being racist, even though he's from the 40s. Yeah, that was they were in luck there, weren't they? Weren't they in luck with that one when he kind of woke up and did immediately, like he woke up out of the cold, they fished him out of the ice, and immediately his first word was some sort of racial slur.
Hey, stop dreaming!
And then he was like, hey, get my wife in the kitchen, you know, just like that. That was like his first couple of things. They're like, you know, maybe we shouldn't make him Captain America. Maybe that would be a bad idea. Maybe that would be tough to put him in front of the cameras if he's going to do that.
That's the only thing you're good for.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
Sees the echo means dream. Exactly, it does. Eh?
Spirit.
You can do it.
I love this. You can do it. Yay!
I hate you!
Oh, okay.
He's dead, okay? Dead.
Uh-oh. Imagine if he's like, what the fuck? And the woman, yeah, what is this? And then the woman doing waking me up. Yeah, we'll shoot your eye out, kid. Oh, good lord.
I saw him.
Okay, so remember when I said you can always tell it's Tetsuya Nomura designing the characters if maybe there's just way too many belt buckles involved? I would say Lulu might be the biggest example of this. You can always tell it's Nomura design because maybe one too many belt buckles. And in her case, probably at least 47 belt buckles. I'm just going to conservatively say maybe 47. I haven't counted. I'm not going to lie. It's a staple of his design work. Belt buckles.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
You know the funny thing about that statement? She's got that belt buckle kink. Seriously. You know that the funny thing, he's like, he kind of looks like you. And then you see him later in the game, you're like,
he didn't make it.
No, he doesn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
I first heard on the day.
He's like, he doesn't look anything like him.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight sin.
Yeah, you look just like my my brother.
That was the idea.
No, he doesn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother.
Well, you know, you gotta get
after
your
the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time.
Gotta get your priorities in order.
It kind of looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
No, you really are.
Don't worry.
It's fine if you are. You can tell me if you're using me. I might be okay with it.
You really help me out, you know? What I mean is,
Yeah, Titus, all the belt buckles might cut her breathing. Seriously. Ugh. What is she into?
You're embarrassing me.
You kind of are. Yeah, I know he kind of is. He's like, I know it looks like I'm using you. And I definitely am. But, you know, we don't have to talk about it. It's fine. Better save. Haven't done that in the last few minutes. Got to be cautious like that. You never know. Oh my goodness!
5 lovely people.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, let me do it again. Oh my goodness! Is that a void bird in there? Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. How is the void bird stream? How are you doing? Hope, thank you so much for the raid and all you lovely, lovely raiders. I hope you guys are having a good day. Let me give you a shout out if my thing will work. There we go. There it is. Let's do it. What are you guys playing? You guys doing Crew, the Motorfest?
Zero. The party just keeps getting bigger. It's like we're throwing a virtual rave in here.
I know, right?
Never hurt anyone unless it brings in more competition for my little Leem's attention. Link asterisk, let's keep the fun rolling, shall we, my dear co-conspirators?
Yes, exactly. And thank you so much for the raid, guys. I appreciate that. And welcome to all you lovely raiders. My name is Nazan. I am the LeemThatStreams. If you haven't been here before or you've never seen it, you know, take a load off, take off your shoes, take off your jacket, just sit up, maybe grab a cold drink. We're going to enjoy a little bit of Final Fantasy together. It's going to be great. Oh my God, an echo, it must be a dream. We didn't quite have the sepia tone going. I don't have that set up yet. I actually am working on that as like a thing I can put on, but I'm going to make that happen at some point, I promise. It is something I'm working on for sure. Where am I? I'm in the... There I am. Hey, that's a pretty nice sword you got there.
Something I want to give you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You giving this to me?
Yay.
Yeah, use it well.
Okay. Because I definitely have that sword experience. Yeah, my little Leem toy better be careful out of composition. Well, oh my God, your internet died as soon as I wanted to end stream. Oh my goodness, that sucks.
Maybe your internet
I've definitely been there.
Same boat as Yuna, right? Why don't we gotta wait here?
Don't worry. My little Leem toy is always
God damn it, Theo, stop calling me that.
Without interruptions.
The calm?
The calm.
She's been like a little sister to me.
Anyway, how are you doing, Void? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're back.
Now, today,
I hope your stream went well. It sounds like fun.
This is our journey.
The crew.
Together.
Wink, wink. All right, there it is. Oh, that's a big bag.
You really don't.
That looks like my bag from my trip that I just went on.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
I don't think that's what she was implying.
Okay.
But okay.
Off we go.
Okay, so I think there's a little trick that I'm gonna try to employ here. Hey, stranger, have this magic one-of-a-kind sword. Yeah, exactly. You know, don't know where I got it from, but here you go. Enjoy. Okay, so if I remember, I think this is where I can do this. So if I go in here and then if I can rememberate with my big brain, my big giant Leem brain. Okay, so if I leave, come back soon. You know something? This is it. There's the one. I remember this. My dog dug something up yesterday, and I wonder what it was. Okay, so that's the prompt, and now I gotta find the dog, who I think is gonna be up here. Right? Yes, there's the dog. Dog. He's got something in his mouth. He very clearly doesn't, but that's okay. You obtained something mangled and slobbery. Perfect. Just what I was hoping for. Energy blast. Okay, so that is an overdrive for Valifor. Or no, I'm sorry, Jojo. That's for you. That's a thing you get, and that thing's great. What kind of run are you thinking of doing with this? Casual run or going for end game weapons or side quests? yeah, I really haven't thought about it. I just decided since I was gone all week, yeah, I'm gonna go. Internet dying, delay is really bad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Void. Well, hopefully your internet gets sorted out, and thank you again for the raid, and I will take care of those of your community that come in here and want to hang out. We're happy to have them, so enjoy it, have a good night, and take care of yourself. But I haven't really thought of the run. Obviously, I've already, if I was going to do like a no sphere grid thing or like whatever, I've already ruined that, so I can't do that. But maybe I'll look it up and figure it out in the second episode if we do one, because I just wanted to start the run, and then I will ask you guys at the end of this, or even now, if you guys are interested in me doing more of this game, let me know, because I would. Bye-bye, see you later. But if you guys are interested in me doing more of this game, maybe we'll look into something like that, like we can kind of come up with like a challenge or something I could do. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. My first goal, though, Mort, my first goal, and I will say this, Mort, is I gotta win the blitzball match when we get to the Luca place. I gotta win that first match. That's my first goal. I've never done it. Never won it. So I'm gonna try very hard to do that for the first time. Oh yeah, okay, that's going. So that's my first goal. Big time first goals, right? You know, really planning this stuff out. But could be a cozy casual thing, who knows? But if we want to come up with some sort of challenge I could do, maybe that's something. Maybe you guys, that's a tough one, right? Maybe you guys could oh, well, if someone wants to challenge me to do that whole thunder mini game, I will murder you. I will literally find you and I will murder you. It's not impossible. It just requires some practice and some cheesing. Exactly. I think there's a trick I learned a long time back that might be able to help me, but yeah, if somebody challenges me due to the thunder mini game, oh, that'll be a tough one. That'll be fun. Has anybody ever seen the thunder minigame? I think there's like one where you have to like dodge thunder to get one of the legendary weapons or whatever it is, and like you have to do it like 200 times in a row or some shit like that. I think it is 200, and it's ridiculous because if you don't get it and you miss, you gotta start over. So even if you were at like 199 and you get hit by lightning at that point, nope, start right on over. You're done. So that one is like one of the worst mini game challenges I think of any game ever. Uh-oh. Thunder mini game is required for I think a half of a celestial weapon, right? And that's it. They give you like half of it. Oh, I got my sword now. Let's take out this doggo. Eee. Oh, that's a pretty good sword right there. Yeah, 200 sounds right. It is kind of something crazy like that.
Kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
I challenge you to do the thunder minigame. Oh, God. Okay, I'll have to put it aside like an entire stream just to do that. I think there's like a place where you can stand where it's easier, so I recommend looking into that. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Otherwise, yeah, we'll have to do like a whole stream dedicated just to that one thing. That will be it, because that'll be something or other. Ooh, look at this guy. Yeah. Trying to do it normally without standing in one place would be extremely frustrating. I don't think I've ever truly tried it, or I've tried it, but I've never finished it because I think I just go, nope, I'm done. Because normally I think it requires you to move around. Fire Streak, what's going on?
My dear Gecko.
Oh my.
Remember, even in the darkest of dungeons, my little meme.
Wow, it went to Gecko like immediately. Fire Streak, how are you doing? How are you?
How many fantasies will come true.
Wow. Wow, so many fantasies. It's scary how many fantasies we'll run into. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I can't complain. I'm just hanging out playing one of my favorite games of all time, so I cannot complain. And it's the weekend, and it's been beautiful. And I got some food coming. I'm very excited. So, all is well, from what I can tell. Sweet, about to do the same. Sweet, I love it. Hope that is... What is the game? What's the... out of curiosity, what... Ooh, that's scary. I like it's got, like, pulsating little membranes. That's kind of sad. What's the game, though? I'm curious. Yeah. Oh, it didn't do anything.
Only magic can beat that thing.
Awful terrible driving sports hybrid game. Interesting.
Magic? Element?
What is that? I'm blanking. I may not be very smart, so you'll have to spell it out for my dumb lean self, right? Oh, hey. Look at that. So, okay, guys, we got to start counting. Also, randomly realized Captain America missed a lot. Like, he doesn't know about Hiroshima or Nagasaki, the Cold War, Vietnam War, MK Ultra, the Iraq War, the War on Drugs, the War on Terror. He knows nothing. He missed everything. Rocket League. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Oh my God, those monsters are even more gross in HD. Right, because they got like the little pulsating like meat. You'll be listening in the background though? Well, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah, right? They got little pulsating veins and shit. That's not in the original game, I can tell you that. Okay, so I'm going to start counting the belts to see if 47 was right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that count as 2 or 1? Entrail ice cream? Exactly. I do like that Lulu, like her whole thing and weapons are like little toys that she carries around. I think that's kind of cute, actually.
Spells of ice work well against fire fiends. And
one
ice
eternity
fiends are weak
later.
against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
That's because you're stupid. You're an idiot. They're opposed somehow.
Which means
it's how elements work in everything. Okay, black magic time. This one was a water one, right? So I think they said that would be thunder. I wasn't listening. Why does he sound like Johnny Test? Because he is Johnny Test. That's, yeah, that's James Arnold Taylor. Same voice actor. He's also Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars and Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. So he's been around. Kaboom! Could you imagine how, like, you burn the shit out of those guys, right? Like, she just, like, makes lightning fire from the sky and it hits those little jelly things. Could you imagine how bad that smells?
To learn more,
I'm just saying, like, everyone's got to be like, oh, God, that smells so bad. I'm just picturing it. Like, that's got to smell so bad. Like, infinitely bad, right? I'm just picturing it being, like, the worst smell of all time. She's like, if we take another step further, it'll be the farthest from home I've ever been. And then someone turns to her and is like, that's kind of sad. Like, that's not that far.
Going, man.
People take this hike all the time, Lulu. Huh? She's like, do I look like I take hikes? Have you seen what I'm wearing?
You ready?
Does this look like proper hike attire? Does it look like I'm ready to go for a walk on this island and I wear fur and that's my outfit?
What's going on?
Oh, they're gonna... It's time to pray, but also time to save. And you know me, I can't hold back. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, time to pray.
Chapu didn't pray that day.
Time for Lulu to put on her hiking heels, right? But they're just longer heels, and people are like, that's not gonna work. And she's like, yeah, these are what I normally like hike in. And they're like, how far do you hike? And she's like, to the next hut. And they're like, all right, well, that makes sense. Is it appropriate for me to pray? I guess since I already know the thing, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. It feels kind of bad.
That should do it.
All right, so we're probably going to have to do a little bit of grinding in here, and we'll just chill and relax while we do it. So that's going to be the plan. Although I should hold off here because I think there's one more encounter that is pretty fun that I can do here in just a moment. So I'll hold off on the grind sesh for the next little bit here. Because if I remember correctly, see the hike heels allow me to climb rocks and rock slides. I put the heel on. That would be so funny if that was like a thing in the game. Like there's like, it's kind of like Pokemon when you get like certain Pokemon that can get you to like climb up rock slides or whatever. And they're just like, oh, there's a rock slide in her way. And she's like, don't you worry. It's a good thing I brought my heels. I can walk right up those things. And then, or you have to find like the legendary heels of climbing. That's somewhere out there. I would love that. Okay, here we go. This is where it gets good. Oh, wait, hold on. There, nope. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, here he comes. Hold on. Here he is. Really reframes it, doesn't it? Oh, shit, a furry. Hell yeah. This fight, baby. You want to fight me? I'm in for it, baby. Yeah, I'm imagining like Final Fantasy VI sprite of Lulu climbing up a rock like Pokemon Emerald. That would be so good. That would be so good. Boy, I come back at the right time. Wow, sexy Kimahri, right?
The sex appeal in every Kimahri's got that wild side, doesn't he?
Heck
From
yeah.
warrior to heartthrob in a single battle move.
Bam.
Being a blue grumpy lion could be so
I'm
charming.
glad Theo knew that.
Let's keep the fantasy alive.
I'm so glad Theo knew that. Oh my goodness. Good job, Theo. I appreciate you knowing that somehow. Well done.
Those voluptuous pixels and heart-stopping animations.
Wow, he's going to keep going.
Well, right now. Kimahri's got that undeniable appeal, just like yours truly. Wink time to swoon over our favorite blue lion together.
Goddamn. Goddamn. What kind of command is that? Hell yeah. Okay, let's see what I got. I got flare, I got cheer. That's not enough. Let me just take this guy out. I'm gonna fight this kitty. Wow, first time he didn't call you his little lean toy. Oh no,
my dear Gecko. Just remember, even in
wait,
the
why does he keep calling you Gecko now?
Shines bright like a diamond. With him leading the way, victory is guaranteed.
Oh
and who
no!
knows how many fantasies will come
My
true.
little lean toy is
Wingo.
back. Goodness me, I know he keeps calling JoJo Gecko now. I love it. Gecko, he thinks you're everywhere. It's unbelievable. Oh, risen up all of us now. My goodness. Okay, let's get this. I'm gonna fight this kitty. This is just us working out like who's the dominant, you know. This is me and Kimahri working out who's the top and who's the bottom. That's how we're planning this out. We're gonna really try and figure this out immediately. Indeed, indeed. Uh-oh. Kimahri's showing me what he can do with that big stick. All right, well, I appreciate that. It's Gecko over. Kimahri gives small horn bottom energy. Gives small horn bottom energy. Nah, you just wait. You'll find out. He does more than that. I'll tell you. He shows that small horn can do some real damage down the road. Oh, okay, I guess we're done. Hey, what's going on? Okay, bye.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's
yeah, no
another
shit.
Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But
Ooh, so
he has protected me since I was a child.
Huh.
That's nice of him. I'm glad that he did that because otherwise he either was going to protect you or he was going to eat you, and we weren't sure which one it would be. So you got to be careful which one it is. I didn't get anything for that. Nothing. Big zero zilch. Ooh, I got a metal shield though. That's nice. All right. Did I get anything? Do I have anything? I got nothing. I do. I have a shield. Who uses shields? Is it me? I can. Yes, metal shield. Beautiful. I mean, you didn't knock him out. Well, fine. Next time, I'm gonna knock that kitty and bonk him on the brain. Right on him. All right, what do we got? I got aeons. Do I just already got? I do get energy ray. Someone told me that PEMDAS isn't how math works. I don't even know what that is, so sure, it probably doesn't. I can agree with that statement. I think there's a thing back here. Hold on. Something is written here. Kilika at Bekano Zult Act Una. 100%. I understood that. Understood it 100%. Okay, so I can't get up there because I know that's like airship things that you can't do. There is one more like major battle, or not like a major battle, but I think there's like one more like, you know, tutorial battle or some shit over here. See? Big ugly burb. That's a shame.
That's your department, right?
True, but why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
I like that Waka's just like, yeah, that was a little big for me, Chief. I'm gonna have to say no. Alright, we'll do Yuna. We'll bring Yuna in.
Your first real battle. Let's see some stuff.
Oh wait, I got a rod of wisdom. Yeah, it's my job, but someone else can do it. He's like, you know, he's got that island work ethic, you know. Got that island work ethic going. No wonder they haven't won a single match in 10 years. All right. I can't do anything else other than summon. So we're going to... JoJo, it's your debut. Here we go. We're going to debut JoJo first thing. It's 12 o'clock and it's time for Waka's nap. Exactly. But it's probably his third or fourth nap at this point, so I'm sure he'll enjoy it. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. I'm going to use my sonic wings. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we're going for it. Anyway, the problem was 6 + 6 + 6 + 6 + 0. That seems like a issue of, I said 18 because 6 times 0 is 0. Fruity Bruto FFX is one of my favorites for sure. Same here. I would have to think about that one. I was told today there would be no math, so I will punt on that. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too, Fruity. I love this game, and I am ready to go. I broke the Leem with math, right? I'm just like, pick things, go. This is fine. Okay, we're gonna do, let's see what I got. I got some magic. I don't know what this guy is good or bad at. We'll try a little thunder. I'm gonna show him that thunder. Give him that thunder beat. Bam. He didn't like that much now, did he? I'm just gonna go Sonic Wings. I think I can do things. Absolutely insane mini games, though. There are some good ones in here for sure. Did that work? Garuda. Kablam. I think he's about to die. I don't think he's got a chance. We'll do another thunder. Are you ready for the thunder? Yo, cheese. That does a little bit more damage. Ew. Let's see what attack, just normal attack does. Yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Oh, he's trying to match 1-for-1 with me right now, and I feel like he's stepping where he shouldn't be stepping. Stomping where he shouldn't be stomping. You know how it is. Ooh, overdrive. Oh, I got the new one. Let's do it. Let's do the ray. Let's get that shit going. Now you want to hear about the matrices and vector math where it'll be like, no, not really. Oh my.
Sounds like the start of a wild equation mode. Let's get kinky with math, shall we?
Hell yeah, let's get kinky with that math, people. Let's get kinky with that math. What's to lose? What's to lose? I got an enchanted rod. Oh, that out of context could be weird. Hell yeah. Theo showing you what's up with that math, Jojo. I bet you didn't expect that. Theo, do you have a math kink? He might have a math kink. Okay, so that was the last of like the major encounters of at least this area, but we could do a lot of grinding. But what I think I'm gonna do, is let's get up here to where that save point was. And we'll see what's what. Talk dirty to me, baby. 2 + 2 is 4. Hell yeah. I'm all hot and bothered now because of that arithmetic. Goddamn. Goddamn. That hot, sexy arithmetic. What are you gonna do? All right, so I think this is a good spot for now. Hey guys, before we call it though, I do want to ask you guys a question. Do you want me to continue playing this game? I could definitely make that happen. I love this game enough that I would do it. So if you guys want me to play this game, you guys think it's something you'd be interested in watching in, let me know, because I'm all for it. So if you think it's something you want to see more of, let me know. I think it would be good to do. We'll continue on. If we do play this game, it's going to take up a lot of our streams. So we're probably going to do it at least 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week to try and get through it as quickly as we can. So I think that's what we're going to do. But I will see you guys on Tuesday where we're going to do some more Winds of Change. It should be a good old time. I want to see you have a better ultimate weapon luck than I do. Oh, we'll see. That's going to be one of the things. And maybe we'll find like a little bit of a challenge to do in the game to kind of push us forward. But I will see. I'm gonna get a schedule out tomorrow, and then we'll do some more streaming on Tuesday. We got some more food streams with Demon Otter Games and C. James Fox coming up as well, and then we'll do some more Final Fantasy, and I think that'll be a good time. But in the meantime, I also want to say thank you a lot to Zeus1915 for the wonderful raid, and also to Voidbird for the wonderful raid. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a good time and enjoyed. And if you did enjoy and you are new to the stream, you know, there's a little follow button right there, and it'll alert you every time I'm on, and you will love it. You will love it. It's free. So if you are doing it,
you always know how to make an
enjoy.
entrance into this conspiracy.
Glad I can make it. Have a great weekend, man. You too, buddy. Have a good one. In the meantime, let's see who's playing some video games out there. Who's playing video games in the wide world of the world? Let's see. Let's go say hello. Let's go say hello to Coop Raccoon. He's playing a little Hi-Fi Rush. That sounds like fun. All right. Sorry, I meant Nine-Nine, my little Leem toy. Hey, only one person's allowed to call me that. Only one person, okay? Careful with that. I'll see you guys next time, though. I'll see you guys next time. Where's my thing at? There we go.